We're live. All right, it's party time. What's happening, everybody? Hi. All right. Yeah. Welcome. We are doing a first playthrough for the majority of us, probably all of us, I'd guess, even myself DMing this, of a game called We Deal in Lead. It is a what's known as a weird Western. That kind of takes a lot of tropes from Stephen King's like Dark Tower series. So if you're familiar with that, you'll be right at home. Although we're not going to get so spoopy with it. TM right off the bat. We're going to play this game like it's your average, everyday, lackadaisical Western. And yeah, but before we get into any of that, how about everyone, to kill time before Warrior gets here, how about everyone introduce yourselves?
Who first?
Nate.
You want to hear about our characters?
I was gonna say Nate.
I
Probably.
go first. All right, I'm playing Jake Henry. He has a rugged physique, craggy skin, curly hair, bony face, alert eyes. Speaks pretty bluntly, but he doesn't have extravagant clothing.
All right.
Yeah, he's got a 6-shooter with mother of pearl inlaid design of a bear on the grip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sick.
And
Fancy boy.
he rolled an Albion hat, but it really just looks like a bowler.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Okay, me next, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm Mike. I am going to be playing Siegfried Lucas, who he is imposing. He's a little bit of a big guy. He's got some scars on his face. His hair and his very short, like close-cropped beard are kind of matted, haven't been washed and cleaned in a while. Square jaw, kind of a square head, just kind of in general. He has searching eyes, like he's always looking for something or someone. He too can be quite blunt. I would, rather than blunt, I guess probably more like to the direct is maybe a little bit better way to say it. He's not necessarily gonna be like excessively rude or anything, but just focused and to the point. He was wearing very road-worn clothing, probably been traveling for a while, and he has a Harrier style hat, the sort of Lee Van Cleef look.
Yeah.
He has a 6-shooter with an ironwood grip with a sword engraving on it, and he's wearing like a
nice
kind of a bulky leather jacket.
All right.
And also, sorry, one more thing. He has a big, like, heavy-looking saber sheathed on his left hip.
Ooh. How about Chester?
Okay. Chester Wynn, he is a towering man with weathered skin, a shaved head, pale complexion. He has wary eyes. He is a booming-voiced individual with blood-stained clothes. Because that's how I rolled it. He has... I don't know why. He has a repeating rifle that has a walnut grip with a bear engraving.
That's so fancy.
So apparently there are a couple bears tonight. He's got a wax cotton duster, a bullwhip, bandolier, and a bedroll.
Nice. All right. Who's next?
I mean, if we're going in order, it'd be Christy.
You mean
I don't
Rebecca?
even know what order we're in. Rebecca, yes.
We're going in a circle.
Going in a circle.
Literally.
I am playing Rebecca Cruz, who you might know from such classics as the example character in this game. I literally decided at 7:25 that I was going to play this game.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here.
So yeah, thank you. I tried. So Rebecca Cruz is a drifter. She is short with flowing hair, a chiseled face, wary eyes. She speaks eloquently, but wears road-worn clothing. She's tolerant, yet ruthless. She has boisterous reputation and has been heartbroken. Sad day. Where's the important shit, like my hat? Okay.
That is the important part.
Truth.
Right? She wears a black preacher hat. She has a waxed cotton duster, a bandolier. What else do I have? A bandana. I mean, that goes without saying. A lantern oil, a cudgel. I have twin 6-shooters.
Ooh.
Dang.
I also have a special attack called 2 and 2. I don't know what that does, but we'll find out.
You're like Chuck Woolery all of a sudden. You're just back in 2 and 2. Is everyone...
Very handy.
Sorry.
I get that reference.
I'll be
old
rating
enough.
myself later for that.
Thanks, Colin.
Here's the thing.
like I'm part of
When
the
it comes to like pop culture references, it doesn't matter when it's from. There's a really good chance I'm not going to understand it. So, you know.
I got you.
I got you.
Thank you.
Christy's special attacks are on page 31.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah.
We have special attacks?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
come
like-
with on the weapons.
Yeah,
that's
they're
how
all
they're connected.
older
Okay.
weapons have like a kind of a special
Yeah,
ability of
six
sorts.
shooters fan the hammer. So it's just like
Yeah, I
firing
think,
off all
like-
6 shots super fast.
Wow.
Oh.
Kind of like
Okay.
Oh, there they
things
are.
like that.
Oh,
Yeah, I just found that about 15 minutes ago.
that's very handy. Thank you.
I love
find
that-
We're all
Yeah.
gonna be finding out things.
I love
together. It's
that
gonna be an
none of
experience.
us have any idea what we're doing. This
Nope.
could be-
I was
this
just
could be a
like, this
great
kind of
time.
sounds like a cool. Like I was like, oh, so I was looking through the rule book. I was like, oh, okay, so this is like the Dark Tower. Sweet. I mean,
I looked at
actually,
the monsters a ton. But
I really like the first. I really like the first book, and I was like, Cowboy Knights. I'm into it. Let's go.
yeah, man, Dark Tower's
Perfect.
sweet. That's one of my favorite things of all time, to be honest. So
I've only ever read
All
the
right.
first book. I haven't ever actually gotten further into the series, but
there's parts where you're like, "Are you seriously writing this, Stephen King? Like, is this really happening? What I'm
I
reading?"
feel like that's
But
kind of a Stephen King.
yeah, it's kind of a
kind of
trope of his.
vibe.
So yeah, after a while, it kind of works. I guess, and last but not least, is it Big Bad Tex S Hold'em?
Yeah. I wanted to take a departure thematically, so I'm playing Tex S. Holden. He sounds like this. He is a older gentleman, like I don't know what, like it's like how like old stuff. It's like people were like, "You're 32, God, you're about fucking dead," So I don't know how old he is in years, but he's like upper middle age. He has no hat, because that's what I roll. His hair
What?
That's disappointing. Do
it's
it
a really
again.
good roll. I was like, fucking, I rolled. I'm gonna get the best hat. And they were like, actually, no hat. And I was like, so maybe no hat is the best hat. Maybe you are all at a disadvantage for having hats.
See, you're just gonna
That
stand
probably
out.
is
You're gonna
true.
be an easier target.
Or
You'll be
a
more
harder target.
memorable. More memorable. Everyone's like the guy without a hat. The one in the person in the group who doesn't have a hat.
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to find out. I guess we'll let the dice tell their story. So he has graying dark hair that is sort of combed back. He has a handlebar mustache, very bushy handlebar mustache.
Awesome.
He's sort of a he's like a Sam Elliott. You imagine Sam Elliott, you're pretty close.
He's not my favorite character.
Well, then I guess
love Sam Elliott.
Style, dude.
he sounds like this. He is wearing, I did roll a few of these. So he is wearing bloodstained clothing also. He's an outlaw, so that probably makes sense. He has a scatter gun with a mother of pearl dragon engraving on it. He also has a machete hanging from his blood-soaked belt, and he has like a bandolier with shotgun shells in it, and he's got some leather cuffs and a bedroll and can-do attitude.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I think we all have to have a can-do attitude as we embark on this adventure together.
That'll be very helpful. Yes, because everyone's got their gumption turned all the way up to 11. All right. So
on 11,
we've got characters. We've got now let's get a little bit of setting going on. Okay, so if you're from the town of Blue Prairie or not, you find yourself like on your way there. You're sitting on a train. Cool old train, all wooden and uncomfortable, and all rickety and rickety clack. It's going down the track. Let's go, girls. And y'all are sitting there. Maybe you guys know each other, maybe you don't. We'll find that out later. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a dastardly varmint in human form, a person, a bad man, a malcontent, gets up and he's like, all right, everybody, empty out your purses and your wallets.
Train robbery.
Robbery.
Is it just him?
A train robbery.
If it's just him, the student's going to
people.
be so dead. He's going to have so many holes in him.
All of a sudden, this old lady that you thought was an old lady, that's not an old lady. That's a man, baby. And he's popping up in full old lady regalia. Then you got another guy that you thought was, he looked like a kindly reverend. Whoa, he's got a 6-shooter too. Watch out. And they're all kind of in league with each other. And now, I guess we all roll for initiative.
Which dice should we roll for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing about this in the rules. It's just like combat's happening.
Oh,
so
sure.
I guess. So let's everyone roll a d20 and we'll figure out initiative from there.
Wonderful.
I got an 8.
Oh my god, I got a 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
Who am I?
That's a 12.
In this game, I'm going to somehow go last, even though I rolled a 20.
I also got a 12.
18.
Ooh.
I hope I don't go first because I don't know what I'm doing.
None of us.
Although
know
I
what we're
did read in the rule book that like 20s are fails and 1s are
Yeah.
I mean, that feels accurate.
That's some
My
bullshit,
life.
Joel.
Isn't that how
It's not me. It's in the book.
4E did it?
No, it is not how 4E did it.
I swear to God. Something like that. Or maybe it was 3.5.
Just to spite what everyone is used to.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
It's coming out in D&D next. 20s are fails. Get ready.
Yeah, that checks out.
Just to make things more difficult for the dungeon master to deal with.
Old lady.
They're just like, we want you to know that we came up with this game 100% on our own.
This is
You'll
our
roll a
own game.
d20.
That's going to be rough. All those
One
people
is
who
the
bought,
best.
it's going to be rough. All those people who bought the fucking woohoo dice are going to have to like rethink everything.
Damn.
They're like, fuck, I rolled woohoo.
All right. Okay. So I think top of the order, we got Rebecca Cruz.
I don't know what that means. Cool.
So
we have
target
Pick a target and shoot them with my cool 6-shooter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot fake grandma because I feel like impersonating a grandma is like the highest form of crime.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
So
a
Grandmas don't need that.
So what we do is for rolling for like to attack is 2d6.
Do I shoot someone? Okay, 2d6.
And the lower the better.
The lower the better total. Okay.
Yeah.
Make it up. I got a 5.
A 5.
Does it matter that it doesn't matter that's a 4 and a 1, or like you just need to know the total of the 2 dice?
No. So that's
Okay.
a hit. So you roll for damage.
Sweet. Which is which die?
That is going to be, you got a 6-shooter. 6-shooter is a D8.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot fake grandma.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Oh, where there once was a not really cold old lady heart, there is no more. Now Grandma's got a hole in her and she's tipping backwards, smoke coming out.
Oh man.
Burned fringes of her beautiful
A
shawl.
cardiac episode.
She's having a major myocardial infarction. Let's go to next. I believe we got Chester Wynn.
I don't imagine one can quick draw a repeating rifle. So I think I'm just gonna punch the preacher in the dick.
Okay, yeah. So that's a D4.
Feels like a valid choice.
And I think still roll the D6s, I'm guessing, for your hit average. But, yeah.
That would be a 5.
Ooh, it's a hit. Roll D4 for damage.
I Christied it and naded it at the same time. That would be a 1.
I was gonna say, does that mean you got 2 ones?
Yeah.
So he's dead.
He's dead. Okay. Wait, you only got a 1 in damage though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very much alive.
No.
Yeah.
Put a hole in my favorite shirt.
But because we're doing this for the kids, he does a comical cross-eyed moment. Whoa. When you hit him right in the nards. Then we go to Jake and Tex. I both believe you guys have a 12. So let's who is the higher dex, and we'll go from there.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Let me see.
15.
You do.
All right. Then.
All right, Jake.
All right, 2d6. I got a 1 and a 5.
Ooh, that is what is that? 1 and 6. That might be a graze. Hold on, let me check. Nope, that's a hit still. Okay, roll your damage dice.
Excellent. All right, D6 coming. No, wait, D8 coming at him.
Nice.
And which one are you trying to hit? We've got the main bad guy and the Reverend still.
The Reverend, he
right.
fell over right in front of me, so I'm going to hit him for 2.
Ooh. You just plugged this man who just got hit in the junk with a bullet.
Yep.
And it really hurt him. He's not feeling good. In fact, he throws up just a little bit. Then we go to Tix.
Tix needs to get. Oh, how far away are people? Like it's a train car, so they can't be that far away. But like,
yeah, you're in a train car, so you are in. It's a short distance, short range. You're in the same room or across the road, basically. So best weapons that work in here are revolvers and thrown weapons and melee.
Yeah, I think Tex is. Is it just us and the bad guys, or are there other like innocent passengers on this train?
Oh yeah, they're bystanders.
No bystanders in this car right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna shoot the guy who just threw up in his mouth a little bit in the face.
Finish him off.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Just a second. I gotta roll 2d6. Okay. 4. Roll 4.
Oh, nice. Yeah, hit.
The 8. 6.
Yeah, this puts him down like the dog he is.
Great. Then I'm going to hide behind his train seat like a coward.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I love it. All right, next we go to the last remaining bad guy. He sees this guy who just punched his buddy in the dick. He's like, I'm not down with that at all.
Who would be?
He's like, hey, I
We live in a society.
I mean, maybe his buddy's a jerk.
That's true.
I mean,
it's like he had
They
that
all
coming
kind of
for a
fall
while.
between. I feel like they're all kind of jerks.
rolled
it's not as bad as
4,
shooting him in the head.
and this man, for some reason, is putting his gun away and he's taking out a cudgel. And he's going to try to hit you with the cudgel.
Oh.
All right. Get ready.
Get
all right.
cudgeled.
5 cudgel damage. And since this is melee damage, this will eat not into your grit, but your defense first before going into grit.
Okay.
So on your character sheet, there should be a little thing of defense, and that's
Like by
like
your
comes from
arm, right?
yeah.
Okay. So it's going to take my 1 defense and then 3 grit.
Yeah, and then grit's the yeah. Yeah, everything is really like flimsy, and damage can do quite a bit in this, I've noticed, just from going over
All right.
stats.
I like it. High stakes.
High stakes. Texas. Hold up. Oh! Oh!
Oh, you
You said it! We're going on a journey.
The word of the day.
What happened, Chester?
We're going to Vegas.
Are you with us?
I'm still with you. Yeah.
All right. Is Chester alive and kicking? Or is
Yes,
down?
he is.
Okay, all right.
He's still okay.
All right, Chester's all right. And then next we go to Siegfried Lucas.
All right. So, there's one person left. Which one is this that's left?
Yeah, just one guy left, and he's
Which
he's
one
got
of
a
the,
cudgel.
was this like the priest or the?
This is just the main kind of baddie guy.
Oh, the-
all the characters have been
The initial one.
eradicated.
Okay. I am going to from my like seat, like my spot in the train car that I'm sitting. I'm not even going to stand up, but I'm just going to pull out my gun and I'm just going to aim at him from where I'm sitting and just try and like just shoot him square in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what I roll, however many shots I have, what do I need to roll here first?
So for attacking, right, it's 2d6s, I think, all the time. Is there a special thing for calling a shot? I don't.
I guess I wasn't really trying to call a shot, more just putting some flavor on it.
Some flair on it. Yeah. So you
Yeah,
just 2d6s.
Okay. And then I do that for 2d6 for each shot I have, because I have 6 shots.
Are you fanning the?
No,
Yeah,
well, my 6-shooter just it says the number of shots it has is 6.
Yes. But
I don't think you shoot all of them though. That's just
Or that's
yeah.
that's what I'm
Before
just
you
trying
reload.
to clarify. Okay, so
Yeah,
6
yeah,
for-
so-
I see. Okay.
yeah,
Right.
unless you want to do, I think, fan the hammer, where you do all
Nah,
6
we don't
shots.
need to do that right here. All right.
Okay.
yeah, to take
That's
fatigue
like-
for that too.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 9 on my 2d6.
Oh. Okay. Well, you grazed them, so that's D4 damage you roll.
Okay. Oh, let me get a D4 out. 4 points.
Hey. All right. Okay. Yeah. That you grazed them like
instead.
it like kind of caught the jugular a bit, so they're not looking good. They're spurting out blood. Doesn't look very, very awesome. I can't use words tonight. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So then next, I think we go all the way back up to the top with Rebecca Cruz.
Okay, so this one guy is still alive, but not looking great.
Yeah. Not looking great at all.
I will shoot that man.
You shoot that man.
Shoot that man.
I'm gonna try. Okay.
You don't.
That's 2d6.
Mhm.
That is a 7.
That is a graze, but a graze
Bummer.
put him in this place, and a graze could put him in a grave. All right. So D4 damage.
Put that on a t-shirt. It's catchy.
Oh, I know.
So catchy. You said a D4?
D4 for grazing. Yep.
3.
It's like, I don't know. Fate's got it out for this guy, I guess. And this next one just grazes him on the artery of his inner thigh, and he just leaks out slowly. Well, not slowly. It's pretty violent. It's like Tarantino style, like, and then like,
Nice.
and he just kind of fades away, like Stevie Wonder's career. And I don't know what that was. And yeah, the bad guys have been dealt with.
Oh, hell,
guys,
he got his blood all over. Oh, no, it's okay. My clothes are already.
would like to look around or anything like that, please feel free. If there's anything you want to search for off these guys, maybe they have extra guns or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, go.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the guns so much as if they have lead.
They do. They do have lead, my friend. Lead in the shape of bullets all over.
Oh shit! Not just raw lead.
Word.
Paint.
So yeah, so you find each one of these guys is carrying a 6-shooter, and they've got enough in their whatever their stores to just fill up each gun at least one time over. So about 12 bullets a piece each. Plus that one guy's got a cudgel that does a D6 damage. So if you guys want to parse that out between yourselves, feel free. And here, looking around, you might notice that some of the shots from these guys, I think one of them got one shot off, but it didn't hit anyone, and it pinged, and it took out the conductor of the train.
Oh
that's
no!
not
Runaway
good.
train!
Oh boy.
I guess somebody might need to use either some reflexes like dodging, climbing, or balancing, or maybe some physical powers like lifting or bending. Stop the train.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bend the tracks. Just keep us straight. Anytime we see a curve coming, I'm just gonna hop off, bend to the tracks so they're straight, and then just you don't have to worry at all.
Yeah. All right.
The tracks, just trying to like spaghetti noodles.
Yeah.
Basically, the picture painted that I'm not doing a good job of is we got like a driver slumped over. So if someone could maybe get up and move the body off and then maybe hit the brake to slow the train down from speed.
I'll go do that.
Okay, so I'll need a strength roll and then a dex roll.
Okay. Is it 2d6
On a
also?
D20.
Oh, D20.
And lower is better. Because why make it easy?
Yep.
Right. Why go with the thing that everybody just inherently knows?
Okay. Well, for the first time in my life, I'm very excited to have rolled a natural 1.
Oh, that's a total success.
Ooh.
I moved a body and pulled the lever, you guys. Woo!
Good job.
Good job.
And
We're not
right
going
next
to
to
fairy
you,
crash just yet.
Yeah, the whole town isn't going to get completely destroyed by a careening train, so I think it's a win.
and it's crazy. Like as you do that, the train kind of just magically slides right into Blue Prairie Station. And yay, the train is saved, you guys. Woohoo!
Yay, we saved the train.
We did it. I'm not
Saved
even
the train, saved each other.
I'm proud of
It's
us.
not about the journey, but the friends you made along the way.
I'm
does
terrified
the
to think. Just terrified to think of what that train clipping it along in an unbelievable 15 miles per hour could have done had we not been there.
Hey, man wasn't made to go 15 miles per hour. Thank you very
He
much.
was not.
It's like one of the really early trains, so they had to build it on flat ground because it didn't have the horsepower to go up a hill.
Yeah.
Before we while I'm there, now that I've saved the day, I would like to search the conductor and see if he has any cool shit.
The conductor had a handkerchief on him.
Perfect.
And he also had a water skin. And he also had a harmonica.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Does the
Campfires just got better, y'all.
Does the handkerchief look like it had some sort of sentimental? Like, is this like a I sneezed on it handkerchief, or is this like a this is my loved one?
It's like it's super old. It's worn in spots. It's covered in grease and kind of also brittle around the edges in a weird way.
So is it a cum handkerchief?
It is a little crusty.
Just a little crusty. You're like, all right. No, I'll take the harmonica and I will drink the water from the water skin.
All right. Yeah. In fact, everyone seen that water skin, you all get the idea, oh, I'm parched. And you drink, and if your grit was down at all, your grit's fully restored. Same with any defense. And yeah, you get off the train. Looking around, this is a very small town. There's only one street, and everything is located on that one street. There's not much to look at. It's there's a sheriff's office. We've got a saloon. We've got a church. There's a small kind of outfitters mercantile store, and maybe 4 or 5 houses in various states of build dotting along this thoroughfare. Off in the near distance is a big farm. It's the only farm that you can see around. But you get the idea that this is a town on the up and up. Things are looking good for Blue Prairie. And that's when a piercing scream comes lifting over the air. And a woman distraught comes running down the thoroughfare, and she's saying, she's gone, they took her, oh, Ethel's gone.
I don't know if you noticed, ma'am, but we just stopped a barreling train from destroying your town. I think you feels like it's in order before you sort of scream. Dispose of us.
And she's so far away, she's like, my daughter's gone.
Also,
What'd you
the
say?
3 gunmen on the train that tried to hijack it for unknown purposes.
Money.
Well,
riches.
Do you want to console her with your crusty handkerchief?
And she goes running into what you can only assume is the sheriff's office.
You can point her in the direction of the crusty handkerchief.
Yeah,
If you're sad, there's a handkerchief over
Rusty
there.
handkerchief out there.
40 feet back that way in the front of the train, there's a dead guy
Yeah.
right next to it.
Tex
Sounds like a
will
horrible
Can't miss it.
walk up, since it doesn't seem like this is going to end anytime soon, and he'll just be like, "Hello, have you thought? I mean, ma'am, have you thought that your daughter maybe just like went out for a while?"
No, she's gone, and they killed Jedediah. Oh, his eyes all put out by a bullet. Oh, I saw his brains.
So she's single.
No, Jedediah's he's the hand at the farm. Oh, God, he done raised my husband Matthew from a boy.
This is a lot of backstory for what seems to be an urgent situation.
Don't worry.
Could you do you need help at the farm? Is that what you're saying, man?
Oh my God! No, my daughter
No?
Ethel's missing. They couldn't come and took her.
Who's
I think
they?
It was
I wanna
the
walk-
Domingus Gang. I've been trying to tell you.
You should tell us. You should lead with that next time.
No, I should lead with my daughter's missing, and then you're
Can I-
like trains.
Can I
What?
walk up and just grab her, kind of put my hands on her shoulders and just turn her towards the sheriff's office?
Yeah. Why don't you roll me heart?
And what am I rolling for this? D100s?
D20. So this will be
Okay.
for charming, persuading.
Okay. This is the one
Intimidating,
that I am the worst at, so I have a
just gotta
9.
roll under it.
Yeah, Shaggy. Give her a slap across the face.
Nope, I got an 18. I doubled it.
Oh, yeah. You like trying to just even come near her just sends her into hysterics. She's like, "Oh, don't you touch me! I've never seen you before in my life. You might be one of them. Are you with them?" And she's just kind of starts yammering.
So she's hysterical.
Very much.
It seems like it needs to be like a lady to lady conversation.
Yeah, that sounds
this
like
is
a good idea.
This is a
That
real
sounds like
fucking drag.
that sounds like a
Woman
good
to
idea.
woman. Rebecca, are you?
I don't know if
going
I'm
to
good at
use the
that.
power of
Hold
heart?
on a minute. I'm gonna try if I'm okay at it, but I genuinely don't know. So hold, please. Oh, my heart's 12. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how I do that by
D20.
So you roll a
D20.
20 and you want your score or lower.
okay.
You can do it.
Oh, I got exactly my score.
There you go.
Nice.
Your womanly presence soothes her savage heart.
This is the
It's
old
probably my
west,
sweet
isn't it?
hat. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for calming me down.
You're welcome.
You're so nice.
So nice.
Did I mention that my
You're
daughter
right.
has been taken away by the Domingus Gang, and that they
You
killed
have.
her?
I think what would really calm you down is let's go have a drink in the saloon and we can talk about this reasonably and calmly and formulate a plan.
Get some details.
All right. Do you think we should inform the sheriff at all?
I mean, it felt like that's a thing you should have done first, but here we
I'm
are.
just gonna take my hat off and walk away.
Where are you going? Hi, where's he going?
He's just gonna go take a shit. Don't worry about it.
You do better than to mind your language around a lady such as myself and Miss, what's your name? My sweet angel.
Rebecca.
Oh, Miss Rebecca here. Thank you, Miss Rebecca. Yes, I could go and get a stiff glass of sherry to
I
calm
think
I'm
my
that's a
sorry.
great idea.
Ma'am, I'm sorry about my language. He's gonna go let some poop drop out of his butt.
That might be worse, honestly.
We call it making dirt around here.
They call it what?
Making dirt.
It's not dirt, man. It's shit.
It's
I mean, eventually.
You're gonna give her the vapors. We're gonna have to go get some smelling salts. It's gonna be a whole thing. She's at least conscious.
Oh my god.
all right. Now, let's go.
I'm
get
amazed
that-
that you don't think we've gotten all of the information out of this. That we're going through.
Unless you think we can go tell the sheriff.
It's just this NPC is like the most difficult person to deal with I've ever encountered in a tabletop RPG.
Welcome to
It's just because of the rolls. Just, anyways, chuckling over here.
This is not really about getting more information. This is because we're in a Wild West game and there's a saloon. Like, why have we not already been into the
That's
saloon?
where I'm watching.
because of this lady.
Yeah, because of this insensitive.
That's where we were heading, but turns
Your
out
daughter's been
It's
kidnapped.
just like one of us tries to do something to help her, she rejects it, and then immediately does that. Suggests doing that.
hey, she's having
my
a time.
God,
Okay.
it's so funny. Anyways,
All right.
All right, saloon, let's go.
Oh,
Right.
will someone take my arm?
Nope.
Oh. In that sense,
I'll link arms with her.
Oh, okay. All right. That calms her immediately. All right.
walking,
wonderful.
I'll be fine on
Yeah.
my own.
We're
You guys-
best fucking friends.
Cross into the Lady Bird
I'm-
Saloon, which is right across.
She's gonna name her next child Rebecca when she replaces her missing one.
You're gonna
Great.
regret that, though.
Great,
Oh my
he's
God.
gonna have a great time with that. I also in offering an arm, I'm literally covered in like blood and brains right now. Like it's
Oh,
probably
I
not.
forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like I shotgunned the guy in the head, like from point blank range.
yeah. You're
Like,
probably
I-
all of you at least have blood on your shoes.
Yeah, we got. It's very.
I was
it's very,
sitting down, so
yeah,
it's
it's
definitely
very-
on my face.
Yeah,
My
it's
shoes are
very.
behind
Yeah,
me.
Tex is very the boys right now. He's just got like little chunks but yeah,
Nice.
it's fine.
My clothing is extravagant. There's nothing on me.
There's no dress code at the saloon.
I got
It's
a
fine.
field, a field of fanciness.
Feel the fanciness. All right.
As they corral her towards booze,
Yes.
I'm just gonna calmly walk over to wherever the sheriff's office is
Thank you. I was
You
hoping
kind-
one of you were going to do that while we were doing
and kind of poke in and just be like, I don't know a lot about your town, sir, but we just came in off the train, and you got a screaming lady out there with apparently a kidnapped daughter, if that's of any interest to you.
The man who you were delivering that to was sitting kind of at his desk with a foot up, hat kind of cocked over his eyes, and as soon as you kind of mention the stakes at play, he shoots up, puts his hat up right, and oh, damn, son, take me to her.
All right.
And I guess you guys will be going over to the saloon.
Yeah.
At the saloon, you open the doors. It's a nice little saloon, pretty well lit. It's not gross in any way. It's a nice little place. Yeah.
That's great.
Um,
What's the name of the saloons, Colin?
This is the Lady Bird Saloon.
That's a good saloon name.
There's one clear bartender there who's got like the fun little clips and stuff like that on his sleeves and everything. He's sitting there just kind of cleaning the bar. And there's another man done up pretty nice, well dressed, and he's sitting there playing piano very contentedly. As you guys come in, they both stop what they're doing and take notice of you. The bartender's
Not just good customer service.
can I help y'all? And seeing the state of some of you covered in blood, y'all need a wash?
Is that an
No,
option?
That's an option.
Yeah,
Wow.
wash me.
This is like the Iowa truck stop of saloons. You can get some booze. You can take a shower.
Yeah, it's just a
As
big
you-
pilot gas station.
As you ask the bartender to wash him, he shoots a look over to the guy at the piano, very alarmed. The guy at the piano is like, no, you're not going to have to wash him.
I
The
look
pianist
over
is
to
like,
Tess,
I
like,
will wash.
the piano player is going to watch it later.
He's like, well, there's a basin out back next to the pump.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Help yourself.
Will do.
There's some soap and a rag back there.
Cool.
All
Place getting
right.
5-star
gonna
review
go.
on Yelp.
Yes.
Everything.
All right. I feel like y'all got this. I'm gonna go watch this guy off of me backstage.
I'll if Rebecca's gonna go like find a seat with this woman, I will get drinks for everybody.
That's so nice.
Like, just trying to multitask, you know. Also, I don't want to talk to this lady.
Why are you guys being so mean to my new best friend, who I don't remember her name?
I'm actively choosing not to be mean to her by not interacting with her.
That's
You go up to the bartender and you give him the drink order. The piano player starts up with the piano again. And we've got shaking Miss Susanna Carpenter. That's her name.
Oh, that's her name. Okay, good.
That's her name. And she's kind of calming down a little bit, looking for someone to pull open a chair for her to take a seat.
I'll pull out a chair.
Thank you. What a gentleman. And she sits.
I'll pull up my own chair because I'm a strong, independent cowboy lady.
She says, "You're weird, but I like you."
Is it just the two other people in here? There's no other patrons or anything? It's just the bartender.
Very small
and the
town.
piano
Yeah, no, most other people are kind of going about their business. Just as you guys are getting seated with Mrs. Carpenter here, the sheriff comes walking in with Chester, I believe, and
Yep.
Susanna, what in the hell happened? And she says, "You watch your mouth." Oh, pardon. What happened? Oh, they done took Ethel. Sorry, everyone. This is the part where the DM just gets to talk to himself. And
I'm ready.
Oh, it was awful. They done took Ethel. It was the Domingus Gang. They done came in the night. I just thought they were going to harass the dogs like usual, but instead they shot old Jedediah in the face. Whoa, they took Ethel. He's like, "Susanna, calm down. Now, where's Matthew and the boys?" "Oh, they went tearing after the Dominguses. Oh, but Jedediah, he was in the middle of shoeing the horses, so them horses, they can't go that far. They had to turn back. Oh, now they're shoeing the horses themselves. Oh, my sweet Ethel." And she starts going into major hysterics again. The sheriff is looking around at you guys like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know why you would name a girl Ethel.
It's a very fair point.
Wow.
She's clearly 85.
It's a
family
name.
I mean, now
A family first name.
Yes, Ethel Jr.
This
I'm
woman
gonna
is
put my
a
arm
mess.
around her again, trying to calm. Yeah, she's a hot mess. I'll put my arm around her again.
Roll me a D20 with heart, with some feeling.
Oh, I got a 2.
That works. All right.
Nice.
A lot of feeling.
Nice.
I'm very emotional.
You're forming a sisterly bond, a bond none of these men can ever hope to know. And your mere presence, that arm around her, it's like you are islands in a stream together. That's what you are. And sorry. Yeah, so she's calmed down and she's all good now. And she says, Sheriff Cordell, you need to get a posse together, and not that kind of posse, but a really appropriate, non-horrifying posse out of history context with what a posse was, but a good do-gooding posse to go find my daughter Ethel and those Domingus people. I was gonna say brothers, but there's more of them than just the two brothers.
Wow.
There's a couple more, at least 5.
Susanna, where do the Dominguses, is that the correct plural?
Domingi.
The Dominguses.
Domingi.
Oh,
Where do
the
they hang out?
Dominguses? They hang out at Glanton Mine. Old Glanton Mine. You know.
Of course.
2 nights ride.
No, we just literally got here in town.
Oh, yes.
We this was the first thing we talked about, and then you gave us a bunch of grief for it, is that we came on the train.
Oh.
Hey, but now we know there's a mine.
That's true.
There's 2 nights away.
It's a long ride.
Follow
If
your
only
nose.
we had a train.
You got horses for us?
Train don't go there. You gotta get horses.
Yeah, the train only goes where the tracks go, and if the tracks don't go there,
I don't know where the tracks go.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's go to the next town. That
is how
goes
trains
to-
work. That's fair.
goes to Red Prairie. They're a bunch
Can
of
I, like,
sons of bitches.
step outside and like just keep an eye on things. I know this is a very small town, but if we got attacked by 3 guys on the train and there's apparently this gang running around potentially abducting people, I just want to keep an eye out, see if anybody's looking or acting fishy.
The sheriff.
Ethel,
pipes
why
in,
would
he's
the
like,
Dominguses take your daughter?
I don't know.
Okay,
And the sheriff's like, yeah, that's mighty strange for the Dominguses. I mean, usually all they do is set cats' tails on fire or steal milk. That sort of
Steal
So they are Scandinavian elves.
We've been blinded by the milk thieves.
basically. I mean, sometimes they might steal someone's
sound like
dog and then
Yule
try to sell
lads.
that dog back to someone, but we always tell it's that dog.
Anyone else know what the Yule lads are?
Yes.
Okay, these guys sound like they're like cowboy Yule lads.
If they start bothering sheep and licking spoons, I'm out.
Yeah, and eating yogurt.
It's a very specific esoteric joke.
Yule lads.
It's good stuff. Look them up.
Mm-hmm.
So this feels uncharacteristic for this gang, is what I'm getting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, they're at most roustabouts. They might, like, I don't know, steal someone's unders or, I don't know, like.
Oh, no, not the under.
I mean, let's be
That's
frank.
someone-
The word gang kind of feels
Stealing
maybe a little
cooling
extreme
pies
in
off
this case.
windowsills.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're goofs, basically. I mean, they don't mean no harm, so this is out of sorts for them. I don't know what could have possessed them to kill old Jedediah. I don't even know if I can believe it myself that they killed Jedediah. And then Susanna's like, they did.
They did.
Confirmed.
I've seen it.
I ain't lying.
Well,
Okay.
there ain't nothing for it. I guess we got to get ourselves a posse together. And the sheriff looks at you. He's like, most of y'all are covered in blood, I see. You want to do some dirty work? I'll take your silence as a yes. All
I'm
right.
standing outside, so
I'm literally in a bathtub right now.
That's right. You
You're
are.
not even back
Yeah.
yet.
No, you're in a trough behind
For
me.
the
You guys
next
have been talking
hour.
for you guys have been talking for 3 minutes. I'm
he hasn't even gotten in the tub yet.
I got it takes a lot
You're
because
still unbuckling your spurs.
the blood is wet, and so it's hard to you have to roll
Sure.
the stuff off, and
Yeah.
then it's old times, so you're probably wearing some weird pair of under long johns or something.
Full body
for no
long
reason.
johns.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I got a union suit on under my it's bullshit.
It's a lot of work.
I'm definitely half undressed at best after the length of this conversation.
I like that.
I'm gonna sip a drink and look at the sheriff and just go, how much does this kind of thing usually pay?
Well, this is the first time I ever kind of done this kind of work. Name your price, I guess. But I mean,
Cool.
We're a small town here, Blue Prairie. So I mean, please don't try to gouge us, but I mean, we can pay what we can, but it'd be a lot more meaningful if you would maybe do this on your honor.
Chester, you should try and become mayor.
I think I'm gonna need a second.
Sheriff.
If I'm gonna do this on my honor, I think I'm gonna need a second drink. I'm just gonna like do a little nudge up.
The bartender sees you're in want of more drink, and he comes up and pours a little more of whatever you were having into your glass.
I ain't doing nothing. I'll help.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I don't know if we want to get going tonight or if we want to wait till morning light. I don't think she's going to be in too much harm, that Ethel, but I don't know. I don't know. These are strange times, folks. Strange times.
Seeing the state of
not covered in
text.
darkness.
What do you guys do?
If they're at the mine, right? That's what they said.
2 nights ride.
2 nights right after the mine. Well,
So they'll be there in 2 days.
Or
nights. Try and get there. Try and get there at night. I think. Approach undercover darkness.
I don't know. I can't see in the dark. Can you?
Well, not from far away, but if we get close enough, I mean, it's kind of the trade-off, right? If we can't see them too well, they can't see us too well. We can get a little closer.
Indeed. I like this one. What's your name there, son?
Call me Siegfried. Sig,
I like you. Well, whenever y'all are ready to go, me and my deputy, we'll head out with you. It's only right.
You got horses for us?
Got a wagon.
A wagon, no horses.
No, I got a wagon. I got a wagon and 2 horses.
Yeah, I wonder why we couldn't get that thing to move right. I ain't got nothing to pull it.
That'll do.
What I'm saying is I don't have enough horses for all y'all, but I got a wagon. We could all sit. My deputy will drive it. I'll sit in the back with you. We can get to know each other.
Great.
All right.
Sounds perfect.
All right, then.
Let's do an icebreaker.
I got a thing to do.
2 truths and a lie.
All right, the lie is I'm having fun.
Oh, now, come on.
Oh.
Fun hasn't started yet.
I don't know how to play that game.
I spy.
All right.
A cactus.
Is there any business you guys want to do in town? There is an
Are they willing
outfitters.
are they willing to give us anything to help on this journey since we're doing this out of the goodness of our hearts?
Yeah, something.
Also, is Susanna coming with us? Because that feels like a whole thing.
I hope not.
Yeah,
no, she was going to stay here unless you guys want her.
Wonderful.
No, absolutely.
No, thank you.
Not want her.
Absolutely not.
Nah, she's got to bury
Jedediah.
Right, yeah.
Jedediah.
So
talking.
You guys you'll get everyone will get a water skin, and y'all will get a bandolier, small one, which will hold about 12 shots on it.
Nice.
And that will be filled with those.
What if I already took a bandolier and a water skin as part of the gear from our
and you have cool cross bandoliers.
Then I have 2 bandoliers. What about? All right, cool. Yep. So I can have 24 bullets or something. That's awesome.
About that, and think of your water skin as during downtime. That's your kind of that's like having a health potion.
Yeah, sure. And then I guess quick clarifying question, because I didn't get a chance to read the rules in too much detail. Lead, is that our ammo as well, or is that just some other notation?
So one lead is a refill of your gun.
Oh, okay. Good to know. All right, cool. Wow. I have a lot.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, they'll give you that stuff, and if you guys want to look at, or I can read off what is like just kind of like the general items, and if there's anything that strikes your fancy, you can take that as well.
I guess we got torches. Can we get like flasks of oil or something that we could use to lay a trap or something like that?
Yeah, there is fire oil. Yeah.
Okay, I get like a vial of that.
All right.
Do we want some sort of like mine supplies? I don't know what that would be, but
there's grappling hooks that could come in handy.
Stuff like that.
Chalk if you need to like mark where you are or something like that.
Sure.
Do
we all have like a lantern light source, or just some of us have? I think I do. I don't know if that's a thing.
If you need them, there are lantern and oil combos.
Oh,
that you can just take.
I guess
Okay.
yeah. I would rather if somebody's going to kick a combo of that, I would rather actually swap my fire oil out for a first aid kit.
For sure.
If nobody has one of those,
I do have one, but it wouldn't hurt to have more.
okay, I'll
Yeah,
take it.
you can never have too many band-aids.
No, yeah, I guess true. Good to know we already have one, and now we've got two. Awesome. And then I guess if anybody wants to know, I also took a gun care kit. If that becomes relevant.
Ooh,
that's really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, that seemed like if we were going to be cowboy knights with guns, having something to like clean a gun seemed pretty useful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We all have rations, yeah.
I think 3 days worth. It's like 3 days of torch. And there was one other thing that I think I forgot to put in my inventory that it said everybody gets to start with.
Do you guys have rope?
Oh, 3d6 lead. That was the other one. I do not have any rope. No.
If anyone wants to carry 25 foot of rope, that's an option.
Sure, I'll carry 25 feet of rope.
Hell yeah.
It weighs 20 pounds.
Strap yourself up like a tumbleweed.
I just have a very thick belt.
I'm just thinking of like, I saw a little thing a long time ago of somebody weighing like a real 50-foot length of hempen rope, and it was like a pound at most, and it's like 10 pounds in the equipment in 5e or something.
I'm gonna get a multi-tool as well.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Swiss Army knife, if you will, if the Swiss exists.
Knife, pliers, tin opener, and screwdriver.
The Swiss Army knife.
And yeah, I'm gonna quick hit the restroom. So if there's anything you guys see on the list, let's chalk it up, and when I get back, we'll get the adventure going.
All right, have fun making
yeah, I'm already at like pretty much max capacity of my inventory, so there's not much else I can take.
Does anybody have a compass?
An unreliable compass. Sure, I'll have an unreliable compass. I have like virtually nothing, so like I just have like the starting kit and my weapons. So
yeah, because I had like 12. Everybody had like 12 inventory slots to start with, and I'm sitting at 11 right now at that first aid kit I just got.
Yeah,
How about a pick? That feels like a thing you might want in a cave.
Yeah, I've got the gun care kit. I also took steel-toed boots because I'm playing like the bounty hunter background or whatever, and that felt sufficiently kind of ruthless.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got the gun care kit, a water skin, and first aid kit, I guess, and then a torch. But I think we all have a torch.
Mm-hmm. I think we all start with one, don't we?
That's I think
rations and torch are the two things that like everybody gets.
And that was like what 3d6 lead or something like that.
Yeah.
I got a 10. So if it's 1 to reload your gun, I have 10 reloads of my gun, which is a lot.
Okay. Well, I have some extra slots for stuff. So I'm gonna do a pick and I'm gonna do a net because that seems useful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If only to create some sort of hilarious net trap at some point.
And do it.
I like that. All right.
I think I'm gonna grab a bandana.
Yeah. Grab it.
Pop it.
Take it.
That way, if there's a dust storm, I'll be prepared.
You never know.
Somebody
You
on-
never know.
Somebody on Twitch just said, "Get the Benny Hill music queued up and get ready for the net antics."
I was literally
Yeah.
thinking about the Benny
Yeah.
Hill theme. Benny Hill
Yakety
theme
sax.
playing.
Honestly, you
Yeah.
joke about the bandana.
Absolutely.
You joke about the bandana, but last game Sandstone Rider Ruta played, so you know everything you fucking.
Oh.
Oh, I also have I also took the just like for future combat information. I took the reinforced leather jacket, so I have 2 defense.
Nice.
So I'm a little. I tried to make my guy kind of chunky.
Chonky.
Yeah, 2 defense. I've got a saber. I have a 15 strength. So I'm probably going to be like, if we get into any nasty fights, I'll be mixing it up right up close.
Right.
Nice.
All right.
Shoot me instead.
And without further ado, the sheriff and his deputy, a nice kind of older gentleman, very unassuming, Reginald Carter, they get together.
Reginald.
Reginald.
Like, all right, everybody, get in the cart, get in the wagon.
All right.
Gonna head out.
I'll keep an eye out to the back. I'm with my searching eyes. I'm gonna kind of just keep an eye on things and see, make sure we're not being followed or anything.
So it's the 5 of us, and then Reginald, the deputy, and the sheriff, and that's who's all in the cart.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. You guys head out. It's approaching kind of dusk. You're going along. The town fades behind you. You come up on the horizon to what looks like an old kind of burnt down, kind of defunct. It might have been a train station at one point. You're not totally sure, but you know there's no track around, but it looks like it was some kind of way station of some sort. You can see from the inside something that looks like a broken and mangled human form that's kind of like hanging from the ceiling off of what probably once were old telegraph wires.
The fucked up chandelier.
Oh no.
All right. If these clowns, this gang were a bunch of clowns before, that feels feels extreme. There's something fishy going on here.
The sheriff, he slows the wagon down and he looks over to his deputy, very confused. And he kind of turns back to you guys. He's like, that weren't here.
Is that
What?
The station or the thing hanging from the ceiling?
Both.
Hmm.
And he looks over
Leonard
at his deputy. He's like, Reggie, are you sure we're going the right way? And Sheriff, yes, we are. We're going the right way, Sheriff.
Okay, but are you really sure? Are you like super sure?
I'm super sure.
If you had to put yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself as far as how sure you are?
Now, 1 is the most sure, 10 is the least sure.
1. I'm a 1.
You can be also 0, just to make it more confusing.
Yeah.
I'm a 0 plus.
Would you say you exceed expectations, meet expectations?
God damn it!
I like to
Do you
think
often
outside.
have architecture springing up around here?
No. I mean,
It's an
No.
unusual crop.
well, I never seen. We don't have telegraph in town yet, so I don't know what these wires are even doing here. Oh well.
How close are we to this weird hanging human form?
It's pretty close to you. It's right off. It's right off. If you get off the wagon and walk a few feet, it'll be right there. You're kind of like stopped right in front of it.
Do you recognize that person?
I ain't never seen it. And once you get closer, you can see the body. And it is indeed a body, is charred and blackened like an overcooked hot dog.
Oh, well then.
So
Silly
there's a building
No, I want
here. About like approximately like what size is the building? Is this like a really big kind of like barn thing, or is it like a little shed?
Think of it. It looks like the little kind of like ticket kiosk room of a train station, like an old time.
Oh, so it's
like
just
a little
like
one room box.
Okay. I will draw my saber actually, and I will move over and kind of like carefully poke my head over and look down, like behind the counter, if I can, unless it's like closed off or whatever. But I'll try and just get a look inside as
you go through there, like there's an uneasy quiet, and you can tell that the air kind of hangs a little differently here.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up through the floorboards, you notice a red grass that doesn't seem like it. You've never seen anything like this out on the prairie. You've been out around out in the wilderness. You've done your thing, but you've never seen anything like this. It looks a little weird, and there's a strange hum in the air. But
like an audible hum, or is it like a vibration, like an electrical vibration, or is it
kind of like when you're out in the, I don't know, for my reference, if you've ever been out in the country or anything like that, or just out at night in the summer when you hear that kind of like low buzz of crickets, and there's this kind of that hum in the air, it's like that, but don't get the sense that this is from a natural source in any way. It feels off. Everything feels off. The whole entire nature of the inside of this building.
Does any like object stand out to me? Is there any like? Is there like a desk I can open up, or some kind of like papers lying around or something? Anything I can try to use to like get a kind of a clue as to like what anything more about this place?
No, not in the sense of papers or anything, but near the body, you see every now and then in the cords that are wrapped around around this, what was a person, you're assuming, are these strange kind of electrodes that are weeping this kind of, it looks like liquid electricity. There's no other way to describe it. It's this kind of weird thing that keeps dripping, and it buzzes and hums with energy. It's white hot, or at least it looks like it.
I'll just point out the weird red grass if anybody has anything useful they can do with that, but I think that's kind of outside of my character's purview.
You should lick the body.
I'm okay.
What's that gonna do?
Well, you find out if that's like electric or.
You should go lick it then. Why don't you go lick it?
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know if I was just keeping an eye on it from here, since I'm the only person. I mean, I'm the only person with a rifle. So
I mean, you're the one who seems to know the most about licking things to find out their properties. So maybe I don't know anything about that. So maybe you should go do it.
I don't know much about that. That's why I was telling him to do it.
Dude, you got the special tongue, dude. I don't fucking know.
Special tongue. So these telegraph wires, like if I look in the building or around the building, is there any indication these are like powered? Like, is there anything these are connected to? Are they drawing energy from something?
You follow the wires, and they seem to. And this is kind of you. This is going to be extremely bizarre to you, but it looks like they end in almost mid-air, and where they end in mid-air, there seems to be almost a shimmer.
Interesting. Can I like pick up a rock and just kind of like toss it at like that weird semi-visible transition point and just see like what happens to the rock?
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't need to roll or anything like that. As you throw the rock, it all of a sudden just completely blinks out of existence. It's gone in a way that's very alarming.
And is it just like instantaneous? It doesn't sort of like sink into anything? Like I don't kind of see like the back end of it disappear to it, or it's all just gone at once?
No, from where it should have landed in the grass, there's nothing. There's it just
I don't really know how to describe this to y'all, but I don't know, just come over here and I'll throw another rock and just show everybody like what happens.
Well, that don't make sense.
Yeah. Sheriff's
Sure
like, what in the world?
Well, so Sheriff, you ever seen any red grass like this around here before?
Nah, can't say that I have. Here, let me take a nibble. And he bends down and plucks a blade of the grass. And in slow motion,
Sir, what?
Why are you?
the grass is
I'm
going.
gonna slap that out of his hand.
Yeah, I'm like reaching for my gun and like starting to aim it at the back of his head.
And he takes a little note. He's like, bitter. Yeah. And as he's like kind of spitting it out, you notice all of a sudden his saliva has been dyed like just beet red, like he's been chewing on beets or something, to be honest. Yeah.
Any
It is
smell that goes along
kinda
with
like-
that?
kind of stained his teeth a little bit. He's gross. No smell that you can pick up.
Okay.
And after a while, he's like, you know what? That was kind of good, actually. And he bends down, he picks a few more.
No!
I'm
And he
lo-
rolls it
locking
up
the
and
hammer
wads it.
back on my gun.
He's putting it in his mouth like chew. He's like, that's pretty good. Yeah,
Sure.
that's pretty good.
Sheriff, I don't
You-
think that's a good idea.
Did you ascend to your position through attrition, or did you?
Son, I am duly elected.
I'm just curious.
Probably him or Susanna.
Are you the only one that voted?
No, whole town voted for me.
How many people are in the town?
All four people.
Were you? I guess the real important question is: were you the only one up for election?
That's not the point. I'm the one.
No, that. No, fine.
You're
Hey,
running unopposed.
Sheriff, I'd like
Anyone-
you to know that if you start doing anything strange, I will blow your brains out through the back of your skull.
Deputy, train your gun on this man. And
I'm not the one eating weird grass.
his deputy is like, I don't know if you should be threatening the sheriff so much there.
I'm
son."
not. Hey, if he doesn't, he's eating weird red grass that's next to a hole in reality. I'm just taking precautions.
I don't even
Probably
know
fine.
the words that you're saying. And he
I'm
puts
just-
another leaf in the, that's good. That's real good.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Uh,
Back me up on this.
Yeah, that
Well, I
ain't
mean,
right.
It's real stupid.
Anyway, what
uh,
do you guys say? Should we camp here tonight or should we forge on?
Let's keep moving.
yeah, I don't think I want to camp where the body's hanging from the ceiling of the mystery building that just
Get you away
appeared
from the
near your
grass.
Yeah,
town.
no.
Okay, we'll move out just as soon as we get this, give this poor soul a Christian burial. And he goes about, he and the deputy trying to,
Wait a minute. Now, we don't know if this soul was Christian, though. That's kind of fucked up, right? Like, why are you gonna bury a body according to your customs? Why are you gonna assume that?
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe this was how he wanted to die.
Probably suicide.
what the
Oh man, Jester! Wow.
I mean, I've heard about this kind of thing happening in big cities like Blue Prairie.
Hanging and then burning?
Yep.
That's an awful elaborate way to go.
Because I don't think you could burn yourself and hang yourself.
I feel like we're getting a little bit off course.
You're getting
here.
stuck in the
Like,
weeds here.
know,
Let's keep moving.
I just think that we can not mess with that. And
Okay.
You just don't touch it. Did you see that the rocks disappeared into thin air?
Yeah, well,
This is all
He
bad
probably
news.
did, and then
Right.
he ate magical grass.
This is
So I
all
feel
bad
like
news
It's
here.
even magical. It just
Moot
tastes
point.
good. It tasted bitter at first.
No,
Now
we're
it
getting
tastes real
you. We're
good.
getting you away from the weird grass. All right, let's go.
All right. Okay, fine. All right. I guess we'll get in the wagon. Fine.
Sheriff, I don't want to shoot you, but if that grass
Why
tastes like
do
it's
you keep
spring-
saying that to me?
Because
Why?
you ate
look,
I-
weird red grass. And
Well-
deputy, if the sheriff turned into some kind of beast in this moment, would you still be angry if I shot him in the face?
And the deputy's like, son, you've got a wild imagination on you.
I thought we weren't doing this icebreaker, honestly.
turning into
Yeah.
beasts. And that's right. That's 2 threats. Chat's keeping count.
While all this is happening, Chester's just looking for tracks to see if the path we've been following veers towards the weird void of disappearing things, or if it continues on the way we were already traveling.
Path will go past on the way you're traveling.
Okay.
All right.
And they're like fresh-ish hoof prints and such.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see if you got any kind of tracker skills about you can see that you have been following what looks like a trail of some horses that have been kind of kicking up dust in quite a hurry.
Yeah.
And the shenanigans here kind of died down, and the sheriff's kind of going with the general consensus. Everyone gets back in the wagon, and you head out for a bit. It is now maybe an hour later. The sun has set completely. It is dark out. You are on the lone prairie. There is really nothing of a landmark around you, just rolling hills and the open sky. I guess it's here where the sheriff's like, well, how about we camp here?
Well, that's camping music if I ever heard it.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna look around for any more weird red grass.
I mean, what? Oh, it.
Yeah,
Make sure that we keep the sheriff away from it.
No weird red grass. The sheriff, he was able to get a little bundle full of red grass. It looks like he took what would have been his snuff pouch, emptied the snuff, and put in all that red grass. And he is
Do we have a fire going yet?
preoccupied by it. There is a fire going.
Can I grab that pouch and throw it in the fire?
Good idea.
Yeah. Give me, I think, will that be dexterity probably?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah.
I got a 15
dexterity
dex.
roll.
14.
I'm standing
my
by
15.
to render assistance if necessary.
So that's under your 15, right? Okay, so that's a success. Yeah, you're able to. How'd you do this? Was this stealthy or?
Yeah, I
Like-
kind of sneak up behind him, just snatch it, and then in one motion toss it into the fire.
Okay. The sheriff. A few moments later, you see the sheriff kind of reach for his pouch, and all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, like, huh? Like, has anyone seen that pouch? My snuff pouch? Anyone?
No.
No.
Tain't seen it.
What do you mean snuff pouch?
I have this little pouch of snuff for snuff. I put. Anyone seen them red leaves? Kind of need them now.
Do ya?
Anybody? And the sheriff's getting kind of erratic.
So I was afraid it was going to happen.
Hey, if anyone comes by that and he starts kind of like itching a little bit, getting a little kind of manicky, you let me know, okay? And he starts kind of pacing around and kind of rummaging through things, very preoccupied all of a sudden with his search for more red leaf.
What is the deputy doing?
The deputy is looking at the sheriff, kind of not fully alarmed, but just like this. I don't know what's going on with him. Keeping an eye on him, but still tending to business around the fire.
Can I just like walk up behind the deputy and just like whisper in his ear, "I told you so." And just
yeah, you do that, and
this is why. This is why.
It's like, son, what are you talking about?
Unbelievable. Is everyone around here this dumb?
I don't know what
you some red grass.
I just saw the look in your eyes, son. Okay, you cannot lie to me.
I'm old enough to be your dad.
You are acting like a child, you moron. Anyways,
Wow.
Where's the courtesy with you out of towners, huh? Morons. Oh, I guess because Blue Prairie, we don't have telegraph poles, huh? Now you gotta go make fun of us.
That's absolutely has nothing to do with it. I'm done trying to explain this to you.
Anyways. Why don't you have some dinner?
I am like just struggling. Like Siegfried is just struggling so hard, like just to not grab this man by his shoulders and just start shouting at him. And I'm just gonna.
You thought Susanna was bad, and now we got this idiot.
I mean, imagine though if they were both here. Imagine how bad it would be if she was here as well. You know.
You seem inordinately concerned about Flora.
Company.
This red grass. I've never seen it before. Been traveling for a while, and now the sheriff is acting like this, and he doesn't have it. That's two red flags.
Yeah, it just sounds like it's really good grass.
Hey, all right. With this, dinner's been served. If you're gonna eat, you can eat. It's just basically sausage and biscuits and gravy kind of a deal. Sausage gravy.
That's a fancy traveling meal. That's top tier.
Well, they ain't skimping. The sheriff is I mean, he's eating, but he's very preoccupied. He keeps getting up, rummaging around, looking through the same things he's looked through maybe half a dozen times now. And yeah, you can tell he's all of a sudden in a very, very, very surly mood, grumbling under his breath, but not doing anything much else. Fire's starting to die down. Deputy and the sheriff, they're getting into their little sleeping bundles. They're like, well, time to turn in for the night, I guess. When do you want to keep an eye out?
So just like we're just there you go. I was like, we're just like nobody's keeping a watch. We're just all gonna go to bed. That's fine.
I can do the first stint. That's fine.
I'm gonna because the sheriff is acting erratically more than anything. He's like very clearly communicating that he's like trying to find more of this red grass, right? Like we're all aware that's what he's trying to do. I don't want to like metagame this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so in that case, not trusting him to like, not because he's an inherently trustworthy person, but because he's just acting extremely erratically. I'm going to like rest in the back of the wagon so that if it's with the idea being that if it starts to like move, like he's about to bail on us to like backtrack, I can try and stop him from doing that.
Very cool.
I'm gonna add some fuel to the fire to build it up a little bit.
Yeah, okay, absolutely.
And then I'm going to move myself to the outside edge, like outside of where the light would be.
I like that. Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
just kind of settle in to keep watch on what's around us.
Nice.
Okay. So aside from you two, everyone else is gonna. You guys gonna go Betty bye?
Yeah, tired.
All right.
Yeah, I'll sleep if I need to fill in on a watch. I'm happy to do that, but I'll start.
Okay.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
This angry grass talk has really tuckered me out.
Please.
I'm full of biscuits.
Please.
Yeah. So either if you're full of biscuits or you're full of red grass, you all fall asleep. Except if you're on watch, of course, naturally. You, Chester, you're staying out of the light. You're kind of calm. The night's passing by. Nothing too exciting is going on. When all of a sudden, out in the distance, and because this is a prayer, you can hear this perfectly. You hear what sounds like the sound of footsteps kind of crunching in brittle grass.
About how far off?
It seems like it's on the edge of the darkness opposite you, kind of coming towards the fire. Slowly but surely, more and more in frame comes this kind of looks human, cloaked in this dark robe, and it's shuffling very slowly, kind of very timidly, almost you could say, towards the fire. You can see it's looking at all your companions very intently, one by one, this person. And it's kind of, you get the sense that this guy's trying to sneak up on you a little bit almost.
I'm going to quietly move into a kneeling shooting posture with rifle shouldered.
Mm-hmm.
And just going to call out like anything I can help you with?
Your voice cuts through the darkness just like a knife, and this thing immediately snaps its head in your direction. The fire catches it. It looks like a human, but for some reason it looks like the skin of this human is not fitting his face properly, like pajamas that are just a little big almost.
I'm gonna take the shot.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, no. I'm gonna hold off. I don't know who this guy is. This could be like the grass. Maybe he's harmless. I'm gonna I'm primed to fire, but I'm open to conversation. So I'm just gonna repeat the anything we can help you with.
You hear kind of almost like a defensive hiss, and it just bolts into the darkness.
I'll take a shot.
All right, 2d6.
Blast him.
What a night to be in a biscuit coma.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to wake up. I mean,
yeah, you did.
I was gonna say,
You know how many biscuits I ate.
so
as soon as
many.
the gun goes off, I sit bolt upright in the back of the wagon. Go, God damn it, Sheriff!
I rolled a 7.
That I believe is a graze.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, roll a d4.
That is a 4.
Your shot cuts through this thing's calf and hobbles it a bit. It's now kind of crawling away from you still, but it has no use of its legs, so it's on kind of a tripod, one leg and two arms, crawling away from you into the darkness.
Okay. I'm gonna get a new round in the chamber and kind of slowly head in its direction.
Okay. By now, everyone else is also woken up from this shot.
What?
You are woken to Chester in defensive position, now loading up and getting ready to head towards what looks like a little old apple granny kind of crawling across the field.
I don't fucking trust grannies anymore.
Not after the train.
Nope.
What do you
You fooled me once, Grandma.
fool me?
So you didn't really fool me because I shot you through the heart. So
Oh.
disregard.
All right.
Are we all initiativing again?
If you would like to roll for initiative, you can. If everyone would like to take a shot at this.
Before I roll for initiative, I want us just quick because I don't trust the sheriff. Is he still asleep, or is he still with us? Him and the deputy?
He's up. He and the deputy are up. They're both looking wide-eyed and what the fuck? Yeah, they are as alarmed as you are.
I see them both there. Okay, I immediately know. Okay, sheriff is not the problem here. Something else is going on. And I only have a 6-shooter, so I don't know if I have range to hit this thing.
This would be within, I'd say,
you have medium range.
Short range.
Short range. Okay, then I can hit him. Yeah, then I guess I'll look at it on this action. Even worse than my 8 before. I rolled a 2.
Ooh.
It's okay. I mostly play a cleric, so I'm used to going last in initiative order.
All right. Yeah. So if everyone else wants to roll initiative, we'll get this. See what's
I got a 6.
Ooh, I tied you this time.
I tied you too.
Oh, that's not good. 3 6s.
Right. You gotta do three-way rock, paper, scissors.
It's appropriate for the spooky game.
6 6 6.
Whoa, spooky initiative.
I
have
16.
a 10 for Dex, so I'm
a
gonna
16.
guess that I'm last.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I also have a 10 for Dex.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yes, for the tie. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, who's got the highest dex out of the 3 6s?
15.
Okay.
Hold on. What is mine? Oh, not me. Mine's 12.
Mine's 10.
Oh. All right. And this thing will have. All right. 7. So top of the round, it's Tex S. Hold'em. So there's a thing. It looks pretty injured. It's crawling in desperation across the prairie, trying to get away from Chester and his furious anger. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna yawn and guys. And I can see this thing crawling away.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 of us with guns that aren't shotguns. I'm gonna lay back down.
All right.
They'll take care
Solid
of it.
move.
Did you also have a lot of biscuits?
This is well in hand. I had a lot of biscuits.
Yeah.
The sheriff was too busy
Too many
freaking out about his
biscuits,
red grass to eat his share, so I did his.
You ate his biscuits.
Ate them up.
Yeah. Like there will be blood moment.
Yeah. Yep. I ate your biscuits. I ate them up.
I ate your biscuits.
Drainage. All right. So yeah. Someone went back. Tex went back to bed. So then we'll go to
love that for us.
Actually, this creature.
Oh, good.
And I guess it's gonna pull out a dagger and
half knife.
Try to make
Who gave Grandma a knife?
an
Who
attack
gave
on
nasty skin suit grandma a knife?
Chester.
Is it throwing it
Oh,
at
that's
me?
not how you carve a turkey.
Like I'm not that close.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a pretty. Yeah, this is not gonna be the greatest.
Just throwing shit in the dark.
It's not going to be very good.
He's trying his best, okay?
So yeah,
Whatever he is.
this thing basically takes this dagger out and tries to whip it at you, and just completely fumbles it, and it falls off like into the middle distance between you two, and it turns to scramble away. We go next to Jake.
Well, that's just not even neighborly.
I'm going to grab my saber since I don't want to waste
Man of
lead.
good taste.
I will go over to it because it's still crawling on the ground. You said, Yeah, I'm just going to go over to it, step on its back, and say, "What are you doing here?"
Do it. Do it.
Give me a strength roll for that.
Good thing I roll low. That's 5.
All right, yeah. You do that. This thing turns to you and says something in an unintelligible language. You're not sure what it's saying, but it's like a collection of hisses and guttural like gnashing.
Do I get that it's not friendly?
Very much so.
I'm assuming. I just needed to ask. I will just put the saber into its back to end it.
Yeah, you think he was like German, like he sounds really angry, but actually he's just saying normal things.
She just talks like that.
It's just my
I
language.
tried talking to it before any of this went down, but
so yeah, you put the saber into it, and it slowly dies. It keeps its eyes fixed on yours though, while you're stabbing it through, and it kind of dies with its teeth gritted. You can see it's kind of got a mishmash of what looked like normal kind of human teeth, but also like just crazy kind of predatorial fangs that it's a weird, it's kind of a gnarly mouth to look at.
The old snaggle mouth.
Yeah, but like on steroids. You can
How many
see
rows of teeth it got?
just the one, but it's all jacked up.
Even more impressive.
You can see it's humanoid, but it's not exactly what you'd call human. It looks like, it's wearing almost an ill-fitting human suit, and the color of its skin up close is this kind of unhealthy gray. Its eyes are all black except for these little white pinpoints on them, and it doesn't smell too good.
So it's like a Men in Black Edgar suit.
Yep. Yeah. But
worse.
Think it's not like it's you know, like where the Edgar suit, like it was stuffed to the gills. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This feels like it still has room. It could fit into this suit it's wearing, this skin suit.
Hand-me-downs.
Yeah, it's a very diminutive frame for all this lanky skin to be hanging upon. And yeah, it just sits there and dead.
So is like the skin, like, is it like wearing? Is it like this has been like flayed off of somebody and it's like wearing it, and that's why it's saggy, or it's just like got saggy skin?
It's just got really saggy skin, but it just does. There's something so off about it. Like,
I was wondering if they like were wearing the Domingus Gang as like skin suits or something, and that's why they did all the killing and the killing stuff. Okay.
Yeah, no, they were totally doing. Yeah. That's really good. Dang it. Next time.
Starts with the red grass, then they move into wearing skin suits.
Hey, that's what happen occasionally when you're a forever DM. Occasionally, you have a cool insight on the rare occasion you get to actually play a game.
Next thing you know, they're kidnapping girls. Horrible.
Wow.
I like this. Wait, this is the game we're playing. So yeah, this little thing. The game outside of your character's knowledge, this is what's known as a graykin inside the game. And
Nasty.
yeah, it's dead.
Tracks.
It's very puzzling. You're not sure what it is, if it's human or not. It looks inhuman for all you can tell.
I don't like it.
Yeah, and
I would sorry, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt. I just wanted to hear done.
Whatever you guys would like to do with it now, if you want to search it more, or
I would like to light my torch and start trying to look for like this thing's tracks, like as a bounty, as like a hunter.
Oh.
I want to start trying to track this thing, like seeing if like we can figure out where it came from, which direction it came from, how just not follow it definitely, but just like try and see if I can get a sense of where this thing was coming from.
for sure. Yeah, you start following what looks like you can kind of find its footsteps where it's plotted down on the grass as it crept through the night. And everyone's kind of following, or at least the sheriff and the deputy. I don't know if the rest of the gang is going to be following you, but the sheriff and the deputy are following you, kind of seeing where you're leading them, trusting your tracking skills. And the sheriff all of a sudden is like, hey, it's like it came from up ahead on the trail, like it backtracked to us. It's leading us further ahead of where we need to be. So you get the idea that this thing might have come back the way you are headed to find
Came
you.
from the mine, maybe.
Possibly.
Sheriff, you ever seen anything like this before?
I'm very confused. I'm not feeling very well at all. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I kind of want to lie down.
All right, Sheriff, you go ahead and lie down.
I'm going to head back to camp. Sheriff, I'll come back with you, says Reggie. And they double back.
Thanks, Reggie.
Towards the campfire.
Reggie's team player.
When the sheriff turns inside out, Reggie's the first one to die.
Aww.
I'm going to search our night visitor.
All right. On him, you don't find much of anything, but you do find kind of it looks like a leather pouch of sorts, and inside is what looks like a bunch of kind of crushed up bits of red grass.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
See, this is why. This is exactly why.
I am going to take the pouch of red grass. And I'm going to walk back and just feed it to the fire.
Yeah. And you do. And it goes up wonderfully. The only so the knife, there's a knife that this guy threw. You look at it, it's just it does a D6 damage. Looks almost like kind of a weird stone dagger, almost like something that you'd find possibly on an indigenous person, or maybe something in a museum, possibly. Okay. It has a non-manufactured look to it.
Well, since he was trying so hard to give it to me, I guess it'd be rude to leave it where it is.
Indeed. And otherwise, there's just this weird, dark cloak that this thing was wearing on top of itself, but it gives off a awful smell. Awful. Like mix of like piss and rotting flesh.
Yep,
So,
I'm not too excited to.
All right. Yeah. All right. So then, I mean, you just got this weird creature's body there. Is anything you guys want to do with that, or just leave it as is?
I mean, I guess I'm still gone, right? I'm still not at camp.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna drag it back and, well, I feel like I should drag it back and chuck it in the fire.
Okay.
Seems rude to just leave it out there.
Yeah.
But I'm also not inclined to put the effort into digging.
All right. So you drag it back to the fire, throw it on. It doesn't burn like a normal human or anything should. In fact, it almost like liquefies with the heat until there's this weird kind of black puddle that you can see the fire kind of burning around it. Yeah. So there's that happening.
All right.
Gross.
Anybody want to inspect the black puddle?
Nope. I want to add more fuel to the fire.
Okay. Right
and
on.
trust that fire does a good job of cleaning things. And then I'm going to move back to my little perch outside of where the light is.
Okay. The fire burns well. This as the fire burns, you notice this pool gets smaller and smaller. You're not sure if the fire is doing anything to it or if maybe it's just seeping into the earth. But it is getting smaller and smaller, that puddle. Soon enough, the fire is starting to burn a little dimmer. Dawn is coming up. Everyone's back at the camp, I'm assuming, and is getting some rest in here and there. And morning breaks. The sheriff and the deputy get up. The sheriff immediately throws up. It's like, oh man, I feel like I've been drinking all night. And he and the deputy go about making a little breakfast of bacon and coffee. The puddle, or what was a puddle, is now gone, and the fire is almost out except for enough of a little bit to heat up the bacon and the coffee.
Once it's ready, I'm gonna have breakfast and crawl into the back of the wagon and stretch out and do what everybody else did last night.
All right.
If the sheriff is unwell, I can try and drive the cart, drive the wagon.
In fact, yeah, the sheriff, he mentions that'd be a great help. He's looking pretty pale today, not very well. And he goes to lay down in the back too. The deputy, after you guys have had your fill of breakfast, he starts packing things up. He and the sheriff are very quiet as of late, as if they've kind of seen things last night with that weird creature that kind of maybe tested their concept of what's happening in the world, what's real. And
a little bit above their Wild West sheriff pay grade.
Now, Sheriff,
weird little
I feel
creatures.
like you've been drinking, Sheriff.
I do. Yeah. Ain't feel
What
like this since I was a boy.
We didn't drink it all last night. Now, what might you have consumed yesterday to make you feel like this? And what are we going to stay away from if we see it again?
Oh, you mean that Braunschweiger I've been keeping in my desk? Yeah, I shouldn't have had that.
No, that's not what all right, Sheriff, fine. All right. Well, you just lay down. Just lay down, Sheriff, and I'm going to look back at somebody, whoever's in the back, and just go,
Nice.
I like that you're disappointed dadding the sheriff.
Yeah,
just like becoming increasingly exasperated.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you.
Like, Sheriff, I don't want to kill you, Sheriff, but you keep doing things that. endanger the rest of us.
All right.
I mean,
Potentially.
Well,
I can verify for you that old Braunschweiger does work a number on the human body.
I'm sure it does. That's not what that's not
Where-
the point anyways. All right.
You gotta keep that cool.
Anyways.
But it tastes so good when it starts to melt.
Well, it doesn't feel good after it melts.
wow.
You ain't kidding.
This is great. This is great to wake up to. Really like this.
So without further ado, unless there's any other order of business you guys want to take care of, the wagon will get moving again.
All right.
No.
All right.
I'll just drive the wagon.
All right. So you're driving the wagon.
Yeah, I want to see like if I can in the daylight. I want to see if I can try and keep an eye on those tracks ahead of us. If I can't while I'm driving, I understand, but
Yeah.
if possible, I'd like to.
No, you totally are. Yeah, you're keeping a good eye on everything. You're seeing where you're going.
Oh yeah, and I guess I would communicate that with everybody too. That like when I went to go look for the tracks last night, it seemed like they were kind of heading in they were coming from the direction that we're going in. So this thing might have come from the mine or somewhere nearby.
So as you guys are driving along, you come upon what looks like kind of like it looks like a campfire of people. The fire's died out. When you get close, though, you can see that these are all the decaying remains of people whose faces are all kind of in these kind of hideous contorted grins. Again, when you come up to this, there's a strange feeling in the air. Things are off.
Can I smell anything like blood?
No. In fact, if you get off and look at these bodies any closer, there's no smell of decay to them. So you get the idea that these bodies might have been here for a while.
Do these bodies look more like humanoid, or do they resemble the thing that we saw last night?
They look like human. They're all wearing clothes that look fairly modern for the time. The clothes look actually very pristine for the most part, except for maybe where pieces of the remains might have like crumbled and ashed onto like whatever piece of clothing. But yeah,
how many of these bodies are there, and how many members of the gang are there?
There are how many?
I mean, if there's not like an exact, what I'm wondering is if like the number of bodies matches up with the number of people in the gang.
No, there are 6 bodies around this long dead fire. What looks like a long dead fire. There are 7 people in the gang.
Okay.
Oh, it smells like shit. Sorry, dirt. It smells like dirt. Do you see how that doesn't work?
She's not here anymore. You can swear all you want.
Oh, fuck. Thanks.
The ghosts of Braunschweiger passed.
Yeah. How about it?
That's what these boys had. They had a little too much to drink and
A little too much Braunschweiger.
got crispy.
Probably. So yeah, unless there's anything you guys want to look at further among this weird clutch of dead people, yeah. We can move on.
I think I'll go look around really briefly and see if there's any like red grass or other weird shit.
You're not seeing any red grass. When you look on these people, you can't find anything on. There's no weapons. There's nothing except just this. You get just this weird chill from. It looks like they all like died like with legit smiles on their faces, and there's no there's no sign of what could have done this to them. It's just,
and it's like
off.
they are crispy, but their clothing is not crispy.
Yeah, kind of think, yeah, like they are desiccated, basically.
Dehydrated.
Yeah,
Okay.
husks.
Oh, husks. Okay.
Is this vibe that we're getting the same weird vibe we're getting? Does this feel like the same weird vibe I was getting when I looked into the booth?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you for sure.
Then
the feeling you get being around them is the same feeling you had in that room.
All right, I want to look for, with that in mind, I want to look for any indications that there's any more weird, like temporal stuff going on with like how those telegraph lines just seem to kind of disappear into midair. Are there any like half vanished cactuses or anything like that? Like anything that kind of stands out as like that shouldn't be missing kind of stuff? Like I obviously I don't know what that barrier or whatever was, but like just something, something like that, or even I even just start sort of like underhand tossing like rocks around like nearby just to see if they disappear.
Yeah. Why don't you? Where do you want to throw a rock?
Well, I guess, would I be able to like glean anything about the position from the positioning of these bodies, or do they just kind of look like this is where they were laying down? Like, is there a kind of any uniform direction to like the way they're facing, or like
they're all it's like they're perfectly facing someone else across the fire from them. These 6.
Okay, so they're like at the perfect corners of like a hexagon, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll throw a rock like into the fire pit.
All right.
If that's where they're all, I don't have anything else to go off of really, so I'll just do that.
Yeah. You throw it, and it's like a rock being thrown into a fire pit.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right. I'm out of ideas.
Okay. All right. And then with that, if no one else wants to make any more kind of like investigation-y looks around, probably be best to move on. All right. So you guys get moving on again. And this time you come to what we got here. 4 and you go moving along a bit. It's now getting a little past evening. You're thinking of maybe stopping for lunch soon, a later lunch. When, as you crest a hill, you see what looks like a small little group of kind of huts, for lack of a better word, and it looks very out of sorts. This doesn't look like any of the tribes of the plains that you would have known, any of their kind of housing. And you get the smell of some kind of roasting meat on the ears drifting towards you from this collection of huts. And you hear some kind of, you're not sure what language, but some kind of conversation is being had. You can hear a little bit. And as you get closer and closer, you can hear the thwack of something hitting into wood pretty hard.
Like a hatchet or something?
Yeah. Hatchet.
And then just for or like a refresher, how long have we been traveling at this point since we left, and like how long are we away? How far are we?
So you guys have definitely been on the road for a full day by now.
Okay. So we're like half-ish way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
As you come close, yeah, you see these are just weird huts that are made out of some kind of leather you've never seen before. Something about it looks off. You can see little pieces here and there on these skins that have been stretched over these huts that makes you feel kind of uneasy inside. You just can't put a finger on it. You hear a loud murmuring. None of it's in English. You can tell, though, there's distinct different voices that are talking to each other back and forth, and you keep hearing this thwack, thwack of something hitting wood, and definite, the mouth-watering aroma of cooked meats. Let's say you're maybe 12 feet away from these huts, and you can't see any movement on the outside of them.
I'm immediately, I guess if it was possible before we got this close, I would have wanted to try and hide the wagon from sight as much as possible, if it is possible at all out here. Like if there's a big boulder or something I can park it behind, or anything like that.
There's nothing really like that, but we can say that we can rewind it, Tarantino it a bit, and go back to
yeah. I mean,
like,
I guess
right when you saw these huts.
Yeah. Okay, not before we knew about these things or whatever. Obviously,
yeah.
But just like as soon as.
So yeah, you guys will say that you saw them. You definitely smell that meat on the air. You can maybe hear there's some garbled language that's being spoken that you're not certain of. But yeah, this isn't. You're still far away enough where you could make a plan of attack, sure. Or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess we try and hide the wagon as best we can and dismount.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe what we'll do is you can park the wagon on the other side of the hill you guys crested, so it's out of sight from anyone at that village. And the sheriff and the deputy are there with you. And they say, what do you reckon that is over there?
Not sure.
Smells like cooked meat.
I'm never been out this far, Sheriff?
Sure, I've been out this place. Been out this far, but I don't, I never seen any buildings like that before.
Are these like, again, sorry, my ADHD brain always requires more detail. Are these like structures or like tents? Like permanent buildings, or are these like things that can be packed up and moved?
These are things that look like they can be packed up and moved about. Yeah. But from what you know, this looks like nothing like what could be considered like the traditional teepee or anything like that. It has a almost an older quality to it.
Sure, like something out of like Neolithic.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
very much more primitive than anything that you might contribute to like any local tribe.
Okay. I don't know. I'll move up with anyone else who wants to, but I don't think we should go. If anyone goes up, they shouldn't go alone.
Oh, we'll go with you.
All right. As you guys get closer, you can see there's some like little kind of not really tears, but seams, I guess, that are open in these tents. And if you guys were willing to get a good dexterity roll, you might be able to sneak a peek inside.
My dex 10. Is yours any better, Tex?
I think nope. It's also 10.
Okay, well, I
I
was
mean,
gonna say yours is a little better. You
12.
can,
I thought one of us had a 15.
Yeah, I'm cool with whatever the group wants to do. Just trying to see if we can get some eyes on what's happening or whatever. So I'll go along with whatever people are trying to do. The stealthy folks, because I'm very much not.
You want
How
me to
stealthy
sneak
are
up, I
all of
can.
us?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 10, so mine's like 50-50, on a D20.
I rolled anyway, and I got a 5. So.
Oh,
Fantastic.
that's great. Yeah. All right. Tex creeps up and putting an eye up to one of the seams. You can see these, for lack of a better word, rat men. And they seem to be kind of butchering what looks like humans.
No.
And roasting them over a pit that they have dug in the center of this hut that they are in. They speak together. You can see them kind of like making little weird rat noises towards each other in a way you cannot comprehend. They are just a little bit taller than your average person, and they look pretty muscular.
Okay. I'm not gonna move, but I'm definitely they're gym rats. Yeah, I'm not gonna move up or anything. I'm not gonna like start shooting, but I'm definitely one hand.
Saying you don't want to start a fight with the buff rat men.
I mean, I'm ready to start a fight with the buff rat man. I just want to make sure everybody else is before I start shooting.
I don't know if I'm really ever ready to start a fight with a buff rat man.
Hey, I rolled the ruthless personality trait. Okay, so
That's fair.
I gotta play a little bloodthirsty.
That's fair.
It's Sig.
Yeah, so I'll just be ready to start some shit whenever the shit starts. So I got my hands on my weapons, ready to go.
Okay, but like Sig, like this really feels like it's like not our business. You know what I mean?
I mean that's very true. But if they see us, I'm almost certain they will try and kill us.
Well, then we should just make sure they don't see us, and we can go back and we can fuck off.
That's a good point. But
yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff happening, and
it's a lot of weird shit.
I don't know if any of it's related at all, but it's all kind of happening all at once. So it kind of feels like maybe it is, but I really have no idea. So I'm just trying to be prepared.
It's real weird. I feel like we should renegotiate our rate.
Yeah, as a bounty hunter, I kind of feel like we're being gypped. I kind of make my living doing this kind of stuff. So
yeah, I think we should talk about that.
Yeah. Well, if the sheriff survives, we'll see.
At this point, a rat man comes walking out of his hut, and it hasn't seen you guys, but it starts smelling the air.
Shit.
Give me some dexterity saves right now. Both of you.
All of us.
No, just these two
of us. Okay.
Oh, just those two. Okay, wonderful.
Is it just that? Just a straight roll?
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 14.
Oh no!
I got 2 defense. Let's go.
You're gonna fight the buff rat man.
I mean, we are probably.
I feel like they were gonna.
We are probably the tankiest.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. That's why I was like, I should go up with whoever else because I've got the highest defense and like the highest strength. I think out of everybody. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So the rat man, he smells something, and it turns him this smell, and he smells you, Siggy. He looks at you.
I'm not even the one covered in blood.
I
took a bath.
That's fair.
A saber and gives kind of a snarling. And
that was a terrifying noise.
Sorry.
That was good. Exactly what I would imagine a buff rat man would sound like.
Comes hauling after you. Behind him come 4 other rat men from the 3 different hovels. And before we roll initiative, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back 1 second, fellas and
the hammer.
Fella lady. I'll be back. All right.
I'm gonna also take a brief.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Be back in a minute.
Sometimes I wonder, as a forever DM, if I should ever play a character that isn't the one that goes up and pushes all the red buttons.
I mean, as a forever DM though, like you only get to push the red button so.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's
so
like I don't get
do it.
like it's kind. It's like if I don't push it, it's like a missed opportunity almost. You know.
Go for it.
It's still fun to just be like, hey, there's some weird shit happening. We're like, don't care.
Yeah. Well, other things too. I'm just like an inherently curious person. So when I like, oh, there's like some weird shit going on over there, I want to go see what it is.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily
probably fine.
I'm not necessarily always trying to like go and start a fight, but I just want to see what happens. I just want to see. I just want to see.
We weren't intending to fight.
At some point, I'll make a rogue that can do this, and then I can hide and be stealthy. But I like being strong, tanky martial classes. What can I say?
Colin, that was so fast.
Yeah, fastest bladder in Ham Lake. Woo!
That was very fast. That was like.
I think it's all the pre-workout I drank for this session because I was like, I need to pick me up.
You drank pre-workout before this. I've used pre-workout, like non-stim pre-workout, and it works really well and I like it. But one time the gym was like out of non-stim, and so I used like regular pre-workout, and it was like my face was tingling, and I was like,
yeah. Oh no, yeah. I'm
having a stroke right now. This isn't. I mean, to be fair, to the makers of whatever the fuck pre-workout, it was like the best workout I've had in like a year. But I was also like, my heart is going to explode for sure.
Yeah, no, I made because like, you know, I just for the longest time before my workouts, like all I do is just like, welcome to workout talk, everybody. I would just do some like protein powder and some coffee and use that as like okay. And then like my wife, she's so much more into everything than I am, at least in like terms of like the whole health game and everything. So she's like, you should try this out, this pre-workout stuff, this Ghost pre-workout. I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, you can get it in Sour Patch Kids flavor. I was like, oh, all right. And me not reading the label, I treated it like protein powder, where I'm like, I'll double it.
Oh God!
It's like cut to 5 hours later, and I'm like,
make it stop! Make it stop! Make it stop! Make it stop!
Are you sure you're not dead right now, and they're just imagining that from you?
Yeah, like time hasn't caught up to your death.
I'm hoping this is like that weird dream phase of like my brain's like afterlife activity.
I think the weirdest thing about pre-workout is it is all like very candy flavored, and all of it is like, what if candy tasted violent? Like what? Like,
that is what that stuff tastes like. It's
I think I was telling Ben, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's just like amphetamines and crushed up like Jolly Ranchers. I'm pretty sure
absolutely.
Yep.
1,000.
I used to train with a guy who was one of the members of like the athletics program at Augsburg. He's my personal trainer, and he was like, "Yeah, all that stuff is crazy, and what you should do, because we're doing weightlifting, is drink a pint of low-fat chocolate milk." And I was like, "I can do that, Andy. I can do that." It was actually great. It's like it's better than protein. Yeah, that was what it was for. Yeah, great muscle recovery, better than like protein shakes and stuff. Apparently, I don't know anything about this shit. He's a guy. He's one of those guys that's like not. Who he has like bachelor's degrees and all this shit. So I wasn't like random gym bro trainer. It was like a dude who like gets certifications all over the country for this stuff. So I was like, if you're telling me it's cool, I'm gonna do it. Let's go. And yeah, apparently it's great stuff. Anyways.
All right. That's wonderful. And without further ado, let's everyone roll for initiative.
All right, please roll high on this one and not the other way. 11. That's an improvement. I'll take 11. That's middle of the road.
I got 12.
I also got 12.
What's your dexterity?
10.
I go before you.
I figured. As Siegfried and I here established, we are not the quick.
We're just like we're not sluggish, but we're not the fastest either.
You're not the get up and go is not there.
Don't need to be. That's why I sat. That's why I stayed sitting when we got attacked on the train.
That's fair. That's reasonable.
I'm not going to get there fast enough. Let me just see if I can shoot it from here.
Jake and Chester, what did you guys get?
Sorry, I forgot I had myself muted. So I got 8.
8. Okay.
And I am still asleep in the back of the wagon.
Oh,
I was awake all night.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Just having a snoozle.
Nothing's been noisy. Nobody woke me up.
It's very true.
I mean, it's about to get noisy.
Yeah, in just a moment.
Mhm.
I imagine I may be waking up soon, but
I think you might. Unless we're having a very silent Buff Ratman fight.
I mean,
it's going
What
to
if
come
we're,
down
like,
to whether or not they had their
interpretive
free
dance
workout.
fighting?
All right.
look, that's not off the table yet. We don't
Okay.
know.
I just
How these
really
rat
am
people
excited to
fight.
try and fan the hammer on these idiots if I get a chance to do that.
Maybe they
We'll
just want you to
say
join their cookout.
I don't want any part of this cookout.
I don't want to eat human meat.
I want to
we'll
try
say
it.
I wanna
Tex,
try. We didn't even have the
And-
Just
opportunity
give it a
to do
little
this.
nibble.
yet.
Just give it a little nibble. See how it is.
Tex and Siegfried, you guys are at short range with these
Yeah.
guys.
Yep.
Jake, Rebecca, the sheriff, and the deputy are at medium range. And we will go with
What did we determine is the range of a 6-shooter?
Short.
6-shooter is short. Range is when
Okay.
that's like its maximum efficacy. Medium, long rifles and hunting bows, and then long is high-powered rifles.
Okay.
And top of the order is one of these nasty ass rat men. He comes running out and seeing what his buddy's freaking out about, he sees Siegfried and he makes a move to get in close to you. You can smell him. That's how close he is.
Mhm.
And using his saber, he readies for an attack.
On guard, wretch.
Please.
I also have a saber, so it felt like I had to do something sword fighty there.
And he rolls a 5, so that's a hit.
Ow!
Damage is a D8. Ooh. 4 damage.
Oh, okay, so that burns through 2 of my defense,
Okay.
and then the rest goes into my grit.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So that puts me down to 4 grit.
Okay. All right. Next in the order is another one of these rat men. He's going to come after Tex, and he's going to try to bite you.
Why? Seems rude.
To be fair, you're in front, I think, if you were looking in the window.
Ooh, and he rolled an 8, and I believe that is a graze. So, okay, that'll be a D4 damage. 2 damage.
Okay, that just takes my defense away.
And their bites carry rot and infection. So
It really grazed me, so it's like R.
yeah. Actually, no, I'll go with that because it's not like a full-on bite. So
Thank you.
yeah, let's do that.
I like you. You're my favorite DM.
Oh, he sabered me. He didn't bite me, did he?
Yeah, just a saber.
You.
Okay, so the 2 damage there. Then next in the order we go to, I believe, Rebecca.
Okay. I only have a 6-shooter, so I have to get closer. What is the layout of this like Ratman configuration? There's one that's like trying to bite Tex.
So yeah, there's 2 that have gotten close to Tex and Siegfried. There's 3 more that are kind of milling behind them. Not too far behind. So if you got close enough to be within short range of at least Tex, who I'm going to say is probably a little further away from them than Siegfried, you'd be able to hit all of them with your 6-shooter.
Okay. I will do that. And I will shoot the one biting Tex because that feels like the most pressing.
Right on.
Of Ratman incursions.
Yeah.
All right. That is an 8.
To hit?
Yep.
You grazed him. All right. Roll me D4 damage.
That's 4.
Ooh. Okay. This is one of the nastiest grazes in the history of grazes.
Nice.
It did a good chunk of damage, and this rat man is looking a little alarmed that something hurt it so badly, and also it's definitely in need of some help from its buddies. And we'll so that was which guy? That was this dude here. He's now down to 2 health. And with that, we will go to Tex next.
Okay, Tex is just like, ow, fuck, you bit me? Who does that? What the actual fuck, man? And then he's going to just haul out his scatter gun. And there's like, how many around now? 2? Is that what I'm...
So there's right? 1 on you, 1 on Siegfried, and then there's 3 that are in short range, or not short range, in close range to you guys, which means you can smell all these dudes like plain as day. Just they're right there within like 5 feet.
Yeah, he's gonna haul out his scatter gun, and he is going to what's it called? Where's it going? Just a second, sorry.
Yep.
He is going to he's gonna give it both barrels. He's just gonna so that's it's a double damage blast attack. Mm-hmm. So it should hit a lot of things, I guess.
Yep.
So I gotta roll 2d6. That is 4.
Ooh. That is a hit.
Okay. And then 2d8 damage.
Whoa.
Is 11.
So spread it out among all these guys, right?
I don't know.
We'll do that.
I don't really say it just says blast. Yeah, it says it affects all targets in the noted area.
All right.
It says rolling separately for each, so I don't know if that means I don't know if that means damage or what. Or
I
don't know.
I guess it makes sense to roll damage separately as like.
Oh, it might affect differently. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you want to, we could do house rules where we'll just like
divvy it.
Divvy it out.
That works for me.
Okay. Yeah. Why not? So yeah, we'll say that guy that was biting you, he had 2 health left. He's completely down. The next one we'll say is the guy that was going after Siegfried. He's down completely too. And we'll put the next one of these dudes who'd be the next one in order, probably. We'll mark him. All right. Yeah. So you took out 2 guys completely. One of those dudes who's remaining, one of the 3 guys who's remaining is down to 1 health only.
Okay.
And there are 2 who were able to kind of get away from any of the damage because basically their buddies soaked it all up for them.
I think Tex is gonna, because you can move too. I think Tex is gonna move.
Yep.
I think he's gonna try to get to. He'll sort of like give Siegfried the heads up that he's clearly just moving to cover, and he's gonna find something away because he's gonna have to reload. So he's gonna try to find some cover where he can safely reload.
Okay. Yeah. Not much in the way of cover, but we can say that maybe what you'll do is you can run to Rebecca, since I think Rebecca's kind of making her way towards you guys, and you can kind of take up, kind of be like, cover me while you do your thing a bit.
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right. And then after you,
please, with sugar on top.
Ooh, so polite. And that guy's dead. So then we go to Siegfried.
All right, so the two guys that are closest to me are now riddled full of holes. I am going to start like walking backwards and fan the hammer and just 6 shots, like trying to hit each of these guys twice as I back up towards where Rebecca and Tex are. I got to do it at least once. So use both hands to rapidly fire all 6 shots. So what is that? That'll be what? I cannot remember what I need to roll to hit. Is it? I'm just rolling d6s again. 2d6s.
Yeah, 2d6s, and then
so,
yeah, just once for the 2 hit.
Okay, I get once to hit. Sure, and then do damage separately. To hit is a 6.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, great. And then I have a 1d8 damage, so I roll that. Do I roll 68 then? So I'm using all shots. Okay.
Yep.
I got it. When I was flipping through the rules, I saw some stuff that said this game uses a lot of D100, like D10s and stuff, and I was like, good. I'm only gonna need a couple kinds of dice, and I'm just using all of them now, anyways. Okay, so I've got 4 d8s I'm rolling here. That's not that great. 9, 10, 12 for the first 4. I roll, let's see, 12, 20, 25, 30 points total.
Yeah. You fill these creatures full of holes.
Nice.
These rat men are all down. And yeah. Shit. Okay, how am I gonna do this?
Okay, me too. Found 1 lead.
Yeah. So yeah, you've taken all the rat men out. Everything is looking good. The deputy's like, I think we got him. And as soon as he says that, the smile is taken off his face as an unknown bestial that you guys had not seen yet because it was hovering above you in the darkness comes swooping down. This one is not a rat. This one is a vulture man. And it picks up the deputy.
You could have at least taken the sheriff. We could save the deputy still. He's worth saving.
And he picks up the deputy and yoinks him about a good 5 feet off the ground. And at this point, we'll go to Jake.
Okay, good, because I was going to say I want to attack him before he gets anywhere.
Yeah. Blast him.
I will take the 1 fatigue, and I will also fan the hammer. So we'll see. Hopefully I can just take this guy down in 1 go. Yeah, that's a 4.
Dang.
So that definitely happened. Yeah. That's a hit. So that is 68. Oh, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
Unless you roll just the worst.
Nope, that's 16 on my first 3 rolls.
All right.
Yeah, those aren't so hot. 25 total.
Okay, Mr. Overkill. We got it. You basically turned this vulture creature into Swiss cheese. It had no chance. The deputy kind of lands with a soft thud on his bottom. No worse for wear. Meanwhile, this mangled hunk of Vulture Man lies with or just falls with a splat into the grass. They're all dead. All the bestials have been put to rest. You now can peruse the wreckage of these guys and see what they had in their huts, if anything. I'll leave it up to you.
I guess I want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nate.
Just gonna say, what does the Vulture Man have? Since I'm right there.
These guys are all carrying these pretty cool ornate sabers. They all do D8 damage. Outside of that, they're wearing very their garb is very Conan the Barbarian in style for the most part. And looking inside their huts, you find what look like the butchered for purposes of eating, butchered remains of human beings, and some big, nasty, wicked cleavers that can do D12 damage. And there's about 3. There's one of those in each hut. So there's 3 cleavers that can do D12 damage. There's a total of 6 sabers that can do D8 damage.
I'll take one of those cleavers just in case we need it. I got the strength for it, I suppose.
Okay.
Are we okay? I guess two phase question. First phase, would we be aware of whether or not creatures like this exist naturally in this world?
This, you are aware that this is outside of what you know of reality. This is something from folk tales or whatever just come to life.
Sure. There's just there's no precedent for other things like existing like this in other parts of the world. Okay. Yeah. And then my next follow-up question is: are we getting any more of those same weird vibes that we've been picking up?
Yes. Yeah. Going through now, everyone who ventures into this village, you'll all get a sense of what Siegfried has kind of encountered. If you hadn't already kind of felt it when you were when you came upon all those desiccated corpses. So now everyone should have a clear idea of just this odd sense that just comes upon you when you are among these I don't know, what do you call them? Weirdness. I don't know. My brain's failing me. But yeah, so that's basically all you can find. There's not much outside of these melee weapons that you've been able to pick up, unless, and it would be kind of an abomination for you to do so, there is human meat that you could bring.
I have another question. Cleaver, one-handed or two?
For how big this thing is, you're gonna want to swing it with 2 hands.
That's what I
think
thought.
of like Diablo, like the butcher, the cleaver he's got.
I'm maybe outing myself here, but I have not actually played Diablo 1 or 2 at all ever.
It's all right.
But this sort of I can envision what you're talking about. And then inventory slots. Is this thing like bulky or something? Just gonna do like 1 or 2 because I'm at 11. So if this is 2, I need to like get rid of something or I can't take this.
Yeah, we'll say this is it's a 2 slaughter.
Okay. Anybody want to take a first aid kit from me?
Sure.
Okay, I'll give my first aid kit to.
I'm carrying around like a hilarious Benny Hill net. Like that's my awkward item. Toting. So.
Yeah, I'm pointing at the cleaver, the huge nasty cleaver on my back. It's like, yeah, no. I get it.
I walk over. Did I miss anything?
Oh yeah, you've been asleep the entire time.
We just obliterated some rat men.
The deputy's like, this vulture just tried to take me away from y'all. I don't know why I'm talking like this now, but I am.
I should have been the sheriff. All right.
Are you related to Susanna?
It's your
She's my
dad.
niece.
Oh, my niece. There you go.
Oh wow.
Checks out. Oh, I'm glad it was no big deal.
It's one of those small towns. Everyone's related to everybody else.
Yeah, just ever.
Yep.
Just
That's almost my hometown. It's weird.
Big same.
Oh, I'm a cousin of so and so, and that's my daddy. And okay,
Yeah.
And then there's my family who like we moved there, so it's just like I don't know anyone here. Stay classy, Hibbing. Ooh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Honor our honorarial.
Oh, butter eggs.
Damn, I'm so sorry. All right. Okay, so without further ado, if you guys are ready to head on, we can do that.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So you pack up.
water flask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This would be a good
I
time to,
got grit.
if you've gotten any damage, take a sip from your flask and refill any grit or defense lost.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And we'll say you guys, you pack up what you can, you move on from there. Night falls again, and with that, we will need to, I guess, set up a watch rotation again.
I can take
I
first watch.
was gonna say I'm pretty nocturnal.
Okay.
How's the
You
sheriff?
you
doing
also
today?
just like spent the whole time during that fight taking a nap. So.
Well, do you want to take first
Daisy.
and then
Yeah.
wake me for second?
Yeah, I can
Is
do
the
that.
sheriff still acting all weird and awful?
The
Is he,
sheriff
like,
is
normal
acting like
now?
a guy. He's more on the normal side of things.
Okay.
He's acting like a guy who's just come down off a bender. Like he's really rough. He's just a little lethargic. He's making apologies for it. He's sorry that he's like this, but yeah, he just can't shake up this little bit of a headache that's lingering.
All right.
And you know what? He says it might have been that red grass.
I'm glad you can see that clearly now, Sheriff. And I hope you understand what I was doing was not meant to intend to be a threat, but was meant to establish boundaries for the protection and safety of our little group here.
I mean, it depends on if he heard you scream, it should have been the sheriff when the vulture man snatched the deputies.
That's true. But see, it's one of those things where as he's coming down, my perception of him is changing. So, hopefully it's water under the bridge. If it's not, I'm ruthless. I don't really care.
It should have been the sheriff.
I for sure thought the deputy was gone. I thought he was toast. I did not think we were getting him back.
No, I just love that. That's such a... Oh man, there's so many like these little details that you kind of like skip over sometimes when you're playing, and then when someone's like, this really happened, kind of like this one. I love that. It's just so fun.
I thought deputy was gone.
Reginald's a fighter.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything. He got
He
saved.
didn't do anything. Jake saved him.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah.
saved him.
Fan the gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys are setting up camp for the night. And you're doing your first. Who's on first watch?
I am.
Okay, Chester. Yeah, you've been getting some good rest.
Yep.
He's bright-eyed and bushy.
And I'm doing the same, like build the fire up as big as I can and get just outside of where the light hits.
Yeah.
That's how you scare away bears or undead demon people.
And let's see if anything.
Or buff rat men.
Ooh, Ratman.
Or awkward eggers.
Let him come.
There's so many. There's so many things.
Do you have any sugar water?
Oh God. More.
The night goes by uneventful. You guys catch a break.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing happens. You wake up. All of you feel very refreshed. All of you are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Even those of you who stayed up on watches, your watches were so uneventful that it was a restful period for you as well.
Nice.
You are now beginning the morning for the last leg of your trip. The sheriff's like, I bet we'll be at Glanton Mine probably 2 hours, I reckon. It's at this time he's like, best everyone ready up. Who knows what we're going to find down there? I don't know what those Dominguses are doing, but we got to find Ethel. It's imperative that we bring her back safely. And I can't suffer to think anything bad happening to her.
Oh, she's dead.
All right.
She's toast.
Brutal.
No one noticed that she lightly coughed one time very early on in the game.
Yeah,
Totally
that was it.
She's got dysentery. If she doesn't get it, she'll get it. It's the Wild West.
It's true, yeah. Or we're like the Nightmare Oregon Trail here.
Yeah.
The odds are
So yeah,
not
so you
in her
guys,
favor.
you
Maybe
are
she'll get like
traveling on.
electric dysentery. You don't know.
I'm just trying to be pragmatic, you know. That's how it is. If she's alive, great. If she's not, we all knew it was coming.
You're a realist. I appreciate that.
As you guys make your way towards the mine, you do if you all of a sudden come across over a crest of hill, and below you in a valley set against kind of one of the slopes of the hills of this valley, you could see the opening of the mine, Glanton Mine. You do see from where you are, which is long range away, there is one person, looks like a lady, hanging outside of the mine.
If it's Susanna, so help me God.
From what you can tell, or at least maybe from what the sheriff can tell, and he informs you, he's like, I think that's Hellcat Sadie, one of the members of the Domingus Gang.
So much better than Susanna. It's a low bar.
Yeah, we're gonna walk out here. We're gonna be friends with all these people. God, you guys are much less annoying than the people in town.
I see why you steal their pies and light their cat's tails on fire.
Get up to mischief making. Can't believe they call you guys a gang.
And she's just, from what you can tell, she's just kind of, you're very far away, so you can't get the closest look to her, but she just kind of looks up at the sky and is kind of just staring around, not really seeming to be doing much of anything or paying certain attention to anything in particular.
It's not like she's out there like being a lookout. It's like she's out there.
It doesn't even
looking
seem like
at
that.
the sky. Okay.
Almost like she's just wandering, as from just watching her movements, just wandering out in front of the mine for some reason. Yeah.
That is weird.
What would you like to do, guys?
Well, if we
I mean,
somebody who's can kind of be a little sneaky.
I can try.
I mean, I guess I don't even know what we need to be sneaky for. Like, I'm gonna hang back. So
I can see what I see.
Yeah, if you want to give me a dex roll, then we can see if you are kind of sneaky enough to get close to her.
Just barely. I tied my 15.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Kind of getting down on your belly, you do like an army crawl, and you're able to kind of weave through brush and stuff to get, I'd say, within short range of her. Something's very off. You, upon closer look, can see that Hellcat Sadie's clothes are worn and tattered. She doesn't have shoes on. You can see her hands, the tips of her fingers look bloodied and kind of raw. The same go for her feet. In fact, you can see in the dust where she has taken a step, there's kind of a bloody footprint left behind.
Oh boy.
She is very peaked looking, very pale. And you hear the loud buzzing of flies and can see them kind of landing on her and touching off every now and then, but she pays no mind to them. And from the looks you've seen when she's turned kind of in your direction, her eyes aren't fixing really on anything. She almost looks comatose for someone being up and walking.
Does her skin look real loose like the other creature we saw, or no?
No,
Okay.
no. But it doesn't look healthy either.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking on top of all those other horrible, horrible things.
Zombie mine.
Any red grass that we can see from where? Obviously, I'm back from where Jake is, but any red grass around that we can see? Just
Jake
thinking,
can see just at the corners of the opening of the mine, there are little sprouts, patches of red grass.
but we can't see that from.
You guys can't see that from your vantage point.
And once I'm up that close, do I see anyone else or any other interesting
No.
things? No.
No, just the entrance to the mine and Hellcat Sadie sitting there, or not sitting, but kind of aimlessly wandering.
Is she facing me?
Every now and then, as she's kind of like making her lazy kind of circuit in front of the mine, she'll kind of look in your direction, but she doesn't see you. And there's almost points where it looks like she might be looking at you, but then in that second where you're like, oh shit, she then diverts her attention somewhere else.
I'd like to get where her path would come near me, and then once she gets close, I want to attack with my saber.
Okay. Give me a dex roll to see how sneaky you can walk into her path.
9.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you walked there. And yeah, as soon as she has no notice of you, and she's kind of walking in the stumbly kind of gait, and she comes face to face with you, and attack.
That's a 3. That's max damage, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
8. So it'll be 8 damage
Nice.
from the saber.
Nice.
Okay. Do you want to kill her?
I mean, she doesn't look great already, so yes.
Okay. Let me know how you dispose of her, because this blow will take her out.
I basically just want to take off her head.
And that you do. Without sound, it is hewn from her neck. She didn't even know it happened, if she even had the awareness of it at all. And her head lands with a tumble and plop into the dust next to her feet as her body sags and collapses as well near it.
All right, I want to kind of nudge her head over into the bushes and try to drag her body there too.
Yeah, no need to roll anything for that. We'll just say that you're able to do it. As you can see, and everyone else in your party from even their vantage point. No one's around. You can't see anyone else. You are totally good to take your time in doing this at the moment. So yeah.
Now, as far as the blood that is
there are
coming
her
from
blood.
that wound.
Yeah, so there is a pool of blood there. You could cover that with dirt or throw down whatever kind of like grass or kind of like tumbleweedy kind of stuff, bushes, whatever. Throw that down over it if you want to conceal it.
I'll try to. Is it more than or less than I would normally expect from my experience? Or just
no, it's about the same. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So once that's done, I'll kind of, or as I'm doing it, I'll kind of wave everybody over.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'll move you down.
Sheriff is like, oh my God, that's Sadie's head over there. Oh God.
Yes, it is, Sheriff.
I don't.
Did you need to do that?
You know what, Sheriff? I apologized to you earlier today. I retract that apology.
Wow.
It didn't seem like Sadie was there. That makes sense.
It's just I've known her since she was knee-high to a grasshopper. And he is sick over by himself.
He's having a day.
Yeah, it's a rough day for him.
I kind of get the impression that every day is a bit of a day for the sheriff.
He was doing fine until you rolled into town.
We do not know that, and I do not think he is smart enough.
The deputy's kind of beside himself. He's having a similar experience like the sheriff, but not nearly as throw-uppy. He just takes his hat off his head and kind of wipes his brow and kind of holds it over his heart. You can tell that the death of this woman is affecting him some, even if she was a bit of a scoundrel to the town.
I would like to just post up like by the mine entrance just to make sure nothing else comes out while we're discussing our next moves.
As you post up there, you hear the faint sound of a woman's laughter.
And Ethel, was it the person we're coming to look for? Is she like a grown woman or a child?
She's a teen, she's around like 17. Okay. So I guess in this, a young woman for all intents and purposes.
Okay. And asking the sheriff or the deputy, would we know if there's any other female members of this gang?
The sheriff's too busy throwing up. Deputy's like, lady was she's the only lady that was running with the Domingus gang. Oh, the donate button isn't working. Oh no. Okay.
Someone want to drop the link in the chat?
Yeah, if someone could do that, that'd be.
I was not given a link. I do not have it.
I don't know if anyone here can actually link in the chat.
We'll
find out.
No, Nightbot. No, we killed Nightbot. Nightbot's dead.
Oh, Nightbot's dead? Okay. So then
kill it.
I mean, if we killed Nightbot, then yes. It should be fine.
There we go. That is the team link.
Yeah, well, in that case,
pick someone to donate.
Oh no, it's.
Of course it is.
Okay, well, I did kill Nightbot, so you're welcome. But
I mean, thank you for your service.
I mean, I appreciate it. Not for nothing, you know.
So you can look up Known World United, I believe.
Yeah, isn't there just like a team thing we can donate to in general?
I think you have to pick a specific person.
If you go to extralife.org,
actually,
can you
if you
search
just
us by team name?
if you just scroll down to the description of the channel about Known World United,
Oh, is it still there?
there's
Okay.
a link typed in there. So even if the donate button's not working,
then at least the link's there.
The link, there's another link.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had noticed that earlier when I was monkeying around.
No, it's not doing that either.
No, that one doesn't work. If you do search for player, type in Known World United, it'll pop up that way.
It's extra-life.org, right? Is the official website now.
Yeah.
Thank you for trying to donate. Please still continue to do so.
We appreciate it.
Oh, God,
we appreciate it very much.
I totally forgot. Anyone who's donating, if you donate $1, you can help the players. If you donate $2, something bad can happen to them. Sorry, totally forgot about it. With an hour left.
Couple hours in, yeah.
Oh well. They do need help, so please donate.
Yes. We do.
No, they don't. They're doing fine. They just killed a woman.
What? They just killed a woman.
They killed that poor woman. They're doing great.
She was a zombie.
I didn't kill her.
Was she though?
I mean, I think so.
There was something weird.
Let's not use we pronouns when it was an I situation. You know what I mean?
Or did she just have a vitamin deficiency?
Oh.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know.
I mean, she is vitamin deficient now.
Forensic testing back in these days is not what it is today.
Well, not a lot of citrus out on the prairie.
No.
All links updated. What? Awesome.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
All right.
Thank you to the man behind the curtain.
Yes. All right. So yeah, Siegfried's posted up near the entrance. He hears some lady laughter.
Yeah, so I would then just communicate to the group, like, if this dead woman is the only woman in this gang, and unless there's maybe some other people who've been abducted, I guess, would we know if there are any other like settlements in like the region around here that could possibly be like, is there like, does the Blue Prairie like trade with anybody?
And this is the deputy, because the sheriff's still sick. He's like, well, we trade with Red Prairie, but they're in the opposite direction of town. This is basically no man's land out here. Ever since the Glanton Mining Company went kaput.
I mean, all weird shit we've seen aside on the way out here, if there's only one woman in the gang and we're here trying to rescue this Ethel person, I just heard a female sounding voice scream coming from within inside the mine there, so could be who we're after.
I think you're right. Sheriff, I think Ethel's okay.
I don't think she sounded okay. I just want to make that clear too. That it's not. Let's not get our hopes up.
We gotta go get her. And the sheriff's like, oh, crap. All right. Plan of attack, I guess, guys. What would you like to do? Do you want to leave anyone out here, or are we all gonna go heading in?
Well, I'm going in. So, but with whoever else, I'm not just gonna run off, charge in ahead.
Does anybody want to stay behind?
Sheriff, you want to stay behind?
Okay.
That's what I thought. All right.
And the deputy's like, I might stay here with the sheriff as well.
Of course you will. All right. These fucking people in this town. Just fucking useless, every single one of them.
You
Good
guys
place.
head into the mine. It's all just one long tunnel that you're following for the most part. As you go in, the voices kind of get louder and louder. You start hearing all sorts of laughter, all sorts of it sounds like merriment happening, until you get to this large kind of chamber, and looking in, you see all of the members of the Domingus Gang or who are remaining, as well as Ethel Carpenter, all dancing around a raging fire, completely nude.
Witchcraft shit.
They are all covered in what looks like blood and possibly oil. And every so often they make their way over to a mirror and lay little bowls in front of it and kind of acknowledge the mirror in a way. But it looks very strange to you. It's just this, it's a random everyday mirror kind of propped up against the wall of the cave. And there's all these little bowls. You can't tell what's inside these little bowls, but they're all laid in front, almost as if like an offering. And that's the scene that you guys come upon.
How far is the mirror from us?
That is at not long range, medium range.
All right. I would like to sneak up to short range.
Okay.
And then actually rewind that.
Mm-hmm.
While we're still kind of hiding and looking at them, I feel like we need to destroy that mirror. Is everybody else with that?
That feels very.
I was literally
much
thinking,
a
like,
thing we
unless
need to
if
do.
nobody else does it, I'm gonna shoot that mirror.
You're bad
Chester,
luck.
You've got a rifle, right?
Yeah.
You
I'm
again
not
shooting
foolish
the mirror?
enough to. Well, a lot of bad luck goes with that.
I'd rather
hey,
take that than what they're gonna do with it.
Hey, Chester, can I borrow your rifle?
I feel like that solves any conundrum on my part. I'll hand it over to him.
Hell yeah.
I'll wash my hands of this.
I'll take aim.
Just be sure, because we've been seeing a lot of awful weird shit out here, and if that's real,
I'll before we shoot the mirror and draw a whole bunch of attention to ourselves, I will try and just kind of like back to the wall, move to like I don't know how big the space is, but just try and like fan out a little bit from the group so that like if we piss something off and somebody can throw something with, if we can get hit with some kind of grenade or something like that, trying to spread out a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, does everyone feel good about this? Everyone?
Yeah, stealthily maybe get behind some stalagmites, just so we're in a little cover.
Yeah. We'll say that. There's enough formations for you guys to take cover behind and conceal yourself. So much so that if you do feel like it, you could also where is it on here? I think you can get an advantage from having like advantage. If that makes any sense. Enhanced attacks. Is that it? What does that do? Or enhanced. Okay, so if you have an enhanced attack, that's an attack from an advantageous position. you get to use D12 for your damage.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, and I guess Wild West Black. I missed that. Would you like to live delicious? I guess, yeah. Do you want to just shoot the mirror and see what happens, or should we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What I'm
that seems
willing
like
to
a
do.
great plan. I love it.
Do I roll to hit it or what?
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll roll. Yeah, roll to attack, I guess, and that'll depend if you hit it or not. Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
All right, you
Fuck that mirror up.
take position and you shoot that
Damage.
mirror. It shatters completely. When it shatters, a great wind all of a sudden comes rushing from behind you guys, and you are kind of not exactly taken off your feet, but it's enough that it kind of moves you forward a bit. All the members of the gang and Ethel who were dancing and cavorting around this fire, they all drop to their knees, grasping their heads like this, and start screaming as if they are in just the most intense pain ever. And then a second later, all of them but Ethel fix their eyes upon you, and let's roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Natural 1.
14 that time.
I
I'm
also
pretty
got a
sure I'm
natural
gonna
one.
need my rifle back.
But you're more dexterous than I am.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll give you your rifle back. I rolled a 14.
Oh shit. We're the same, Tex. You want to do a roll off for
Yeah,
tiebreaker?
sure. Yeah, sure.
All right, I got a 2 on that one.
15.
Okay, you go first then, or you go before.
All right.
I suppose.
Cool. I will.
Chester, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Okay, 6, and then 2, 3, 3. 1 second, guys. And all right. Then first in the order will be, I believe, yeah, Tex.
Oh shit. Okay. Well. Tex. So everyone's just sort of having a bad time over there now.
Yeah, so basically, you guys are at like kind of the entrance to this big chamber. You are at long range, at an elevated position, shooting down basically into this big open room. It's kind of like shooting fish in a barrel right now. It looks like.
Okay. Well, my gun won't shoot that deep into a barrel. So Tex will move toward Ethel, and he's gonna go to like nab her and like
Sure.
do that.
Okay.
So
all right.
However close he can get, that's what he's doing. He's on the move.
All right. Yeah, we could say you could, with all your movement, you could easily get up to her to grab her. I'll ask you to make a strength roll.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 12 and my strength is 15. So
Okay. You're able to get her arm around her. She is screaming nonstop, like, and it's like a weird sustained scream. It's not like hysterical. It's kind of like she's a doll that's been broken and you can't find the button to stop the noise from making it continuous.
Oh no.
He's just
Oh,
like
no.
he's just like could you not?
Why is everyone from this town so obnoxious?
She is outside of the screaming, basically just limp in your arms.
Great. He's gonna. I think that's probably what he can do that turn. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Then if that's your turn, next we'll go to Siegfried.
Can I? What I would like to do is I would like to, because I'm again kind of thinking to myself, I'm a hunter background, so I'm kind of imagining I'm a bounty hunter, and in this case, our bounty is getting this girl back.
Mm-hmm.
I want, since Tex already did the thing that I was thinking of doing, I want to like interpose myself between Tex and Ethel, and then like anybody who tries to come and like if anyone's going to come and try and grab her, can I like hold my attack action to like swing this cleaver at anybody who tries to like come and grab her from Tex?
Sure.
Okay, I'd like to do that. I'll just hold my action, then if anybody gets close enough, I'll just swing on them.
Okay. Yeah. That works. And then we'll go to, with that, the first of the Domingus Gang to come at you. And this is Dirty Zeke Walters. He's naked as a jaybird, and he's coming after Tux. And he is going to make an unarmed attack on you. And I think it's going to be a graze. And he's going to come up and try to swipe at you, and it's for about 3 damage.
Okay. All right.
Can I, if he's running up, can I attack this guy?
Yep, you can. Totally.
Okay, great. That's just 2d6 again. That's 4.
You hack deep into this guy, and it is a definite mortal wound. But he's still up. He's still going, but you think definitely one more good whack into this dude, and he'll be.
Was that like max damage then on the roll for that 4?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to understand the mechanics. Okay, great. Awesome.
Yeah, okay. And that's the end of his. So he's looking pretty spent almost. From there we'll go, next in the order is Cutie-Pie Cleetus. And he's gonna make kind of the same attack, although he saw what you did to his buddy Siegfried, so he's gonna aim his attack at you. For 6, is that a hit? Or is that a... Hold on 1 second.
Dead.
Okay. That's a hit. Unarmed, so roll a d4. 2 damage.
Can I... Does it just subtract from my defense, or can I do like 1 point of my defense and 1 point of grit? How does that work?
I think the way it reads is like basic melee attacks will always soak up your defense first, and then move into grit, while range attacks with guns and stuff bypass defense and go right into grit.
Okay. Good to know.
And your defense stays there, so it's not like you're losing it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you can use it every time. I just okay, so then I guess I don't take any damage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So your armor soaks it all up.
Awesome.
And then this next 13 we go to, I believe, Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh wait, no.
No,
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Not your turn yet.
We
No,
go.
we're last.
Don't call me that.
Hey, Chester. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was last. You guys are lower than 6?
Nate and I both rolled a 1, but Nate's dex is higher than mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Come on, Joel.
I just assumed I was at the. All right.
Wasn't surprised.
How many of the gang members are there? They're the 2 close to Sig.
Yeah, there's 2 close to Sig and Tex, and then there are 4 more in various stages of getting ready to attack who are still kind of clustered around the fire.
Cool. I am going to do the special attack on the cluster of 4 people.
Okay.
So I'm going to rapid fire 3 shots, and all 4 are clustered close enough. It sounds like that the only description says blast damage to 3 targets, but I didn't find anything that says what blast damage is.
It affects all targets in the noted area, rolling separately for each. Yeah, I mean that.
So what is that? Does that mean I'm rolling the same damage for all 3 people? Like they all take all 3 shots?
I think so.
That's what it sounds like to me. Is because like, they're all getting caught in the same blast.
Yeah. So, I guess if it goes to like an area instead of like the individual, I guess like all would be yeah.
Okay.
It's not super clear.
No, I'm thinking of like from my personal experience, like old school like Warhammer 40K, where you had like blast templates and stuff. Everybody would take the same amount of damage.
Yeah.
But like depending on what you roll, different, like you might miss or hit different targets, but whoever got hit all took the same.
And it's 2d6s to determine if you hit, or is it a d20?
2d6 is determined if you hit.
Okay. This can't be good. I dialed I rolled a 9.
Oh yeah. That might be a miss.
That's a graze.
Is that still a graze? Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
7 to 9.
Ooh.
Nate here with the fucking
D4
goals assists in the backfield.
It's awesome. I'm loving it.
So how is the damage affected by the roll? Because I know like the 6 shooters and the repeaters don't do the same damage.
Right. A graze, it looks like it's a D4 for no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd we go?
Yeah, because on the shoot table, when you roll 7 and 9, it's graze parentheses D4 damage.
So the first one takes 8 because it's 3 shots, right? So it's 3d4.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So that's 8 for the first one.
Okay.
3, 6, 9 on the second. And 6 on the third.
Damn. You just killed Lyle Domingus, Jeb Domingus, and Klaus Klopek. You dirty rat.
Sucks to suck, suckers.
Cutie-Pie Cleetus, Dirty Zeke Walters, and Wendell Wendy Reeves are still alive, though.
Okay. And then you can attack and move in your turn, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to move back down the cavern, covering Tex as he drags Ethel out.
Ooh, very good. All right. Let's see who's left after that. Okay. And that's the end of their turn. Then we'll go to who do I have left here? This is Wendell Wendy Reeves. And he's going to use an action to go grab a gun. And he will aim it at and fire it at, let's see. We'll choose Rebecca.
No! That's just uncalled for.
Rude.
Absolutely.
Ooh, 5.
rude.
All right. And damage
Uncool, bro.
is
Wendell.
ooh. All right. 4 damage.
Ow.
And that will be the end of that turn. And then next in the order, we go to Jake.
All right. So there's 3 left, right?
Mm-hmm. 1 is barely hanging on, and then 2 are at full health. Full health for these guys being 6.
The one that's barely hanging on is the one that I fucked up with the cleaver, right?
Yep,
Right.
yep.
Okay.
They're all
So
medium
there's 2.
range with me.
Yeah, there's yeah, because you're still high up, aren't you?
Yeah. So I'll have to move down to get into short range.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna fan the hammer because why not?
Okay.
So we'll do. Well, we'll shoot here first. You son of a bitch. So I rolled 2 6s. That's a misfire. So I will now roll on the misfire table and hope to not roll 2 6s again.
Yeah.
No, I rolled a 4, so I just lose a lead,
Okay.
and that's my turn. And I'll be annoyed.
All right. Then next we go to Rebecca.
Okay. So I am going to do my twin 6-shooters thing, which
Mhm.
I don't 100% understand. But I fire each gun twice, but I have damage advantage against 2 different targets. So how does that work?
So with advantage, you get to.
Is that the
same
D12?
thing. No, I think advantage you get to just roll the damage twice is what it sounded like.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that.
So I fire each gun twice, so that's
4
how many
shots.
separate 4 separate rolls.
You do 1 roll on the special attack.
Okay.
No, I think
So
maybe
you
you're right.
do 1 roll to fire for
Right.
your special attack, whether it's 2 or 6 or 12 or 3 shots.
It's
You're
just always
rolling
one
once.
roll. Okay.
You're rolling once to see if it hits, but
Okay.
you also get fatigue.
Yeah.
Not that I
Right.
know what happens as you accumulate fatigue, because
That's okay.
Takes
It's a
up
one-shot.
inventory space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, Colin, I think you're right. It is the D12. That's
That's
the only
okay.
place
Is
I
it?
see it.
All right. So then, yeah. So then your damage is you roll D12 for your damage. Then.
Okay. So first we roll 2d6.
Awesome.
That's a 7.
I think that's still a hit.
should
No,
be.
that's a graze.
No.
Oh, Just barely
Yeah.
agrees.
Boo.
Oh.
don't
Well-
worry. I got a graze and I killed 3 people. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, oh my God! Yeah, no, the people have been
glancing
so
blow.
messed up with the grazing.
Yeah, you do still have 4 shots.
That's true. Yeah. So just 1 shot grazes.
It's just a flesh
Okay.
wound.
So I'm rolling this 3 more times.
Mhm.
Okay.
God damn.
That's a 4.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit, and it's a D12 damage.
Yep.
Is that what we determined? Okay.
So yeah, you're rolling 1d4, 1d12 so far.
That's 10.
You just rolled a 10
Yes.
to hit. That is a miss.
No, a 10 for damage. Sorry.
Oh, a 10 for damage. Oh.
Yeah, on the D12.
Yeah, that person exploded.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a
That was Wendell because he shot me, and I didn't like that very much.
He sucks.
Damn.
Okay, that's a 5.
That's another person dead if you want it.
Absolutely.
Why not?
That's another 10.
Jesus Christ. You've murdered everyone that's left.
Wonderful.
All right.
Love that.
The Domingus Gang, as they were known, are no more. They have been spread across this mine shaft floor. And yeah, we'll say you've kind of, by just pure slaughter, stopped any further bad things from happening. You guys destroyed the mirror. That was a big source of evil without you knowing it, and
I think we knew it.
Yeah.
Got some vibes.
We had an inkling.
Bowls in front of the mirror, you know.
Yeah,
I know. Okay, yeah, I know. It was very obvious. It was very obvious. But yeah, you guys, you saved Ethel. You look down at her in your arms there, Tex, and she's no longer screaming. She's sleeping soundly like a sweet little dove.
Did it.
And we can trust that she'll never be right again.
She didn't see anything weird. Didn't go through any kind of trauma. She's going to be fine.
I mean, as fine as anybody is in this town. I don't know.
Hey, this town's amazing. Yeah, you guys did it. You saved the day. You saved Ethel. You have an easy ride, a 2-day ride back. Ethel is kind of out of it for the most part. She's very tired.
That's fair.
But once you make it back to town, you are given a full hero's welcome by the 30 or so townspeople there. The sheriff congratulates you. He, whatever, basically you guys all get kind of the keys to the city. Whatever you would desire of the town of Blue Prairie, those people will do their best to see that they can fulfill that desire for you within reason. And yeah, evil has been quelled. Things seem like they are back to normal. The status quo is being held. And this weird excursion into the West seems to be at rest. I'm just rhyming and I'm not even trying. I'm just...
You did it again! You did it again!
You're a poet,
Yeah.
You don't even know it.
But we did
Just
it. Yeah,
coming
you did
out
it,
as you
guys.
spout.
Oh no. So yeah, we are done. We've wrapped up the game. You saved everything. Also with where we are at with time, it would be a good time to wrap it up here. So yeah, thanks guys for playing. We deal in lead. I hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it.
Yeah, thank you for running.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. It's a nice little change of pace, I feel like, from the usual sword and sandals kind of D&D-ness of things that we often get into. And once again, I had such a great time running this. You guys are great. It was a blast. I had a lot of laughs. Yeah, so I guess now is that wonderful time for plugs. Let the people know where they can find you, where they can find you coming up in the weekend, and where they can donate to. Ooh.
All right. Well, if you follow me on Instagram, I've got my schedule popping off like 15 minutes before all the shows I'm in. I'm done for the day. I'll be back here at 10 a.m. for Spirit of 76, where I'll be playing not Kojak.
That sounds like something Kojak would say.
Yeah, very suspicious.
Who loves you, baby?
I don't know, but I wish I did.
Oh, we love you.
I'm Warrior. You can donate to me on my page. Just search for Warrior on the Extra Life site, or click on my Facebook fundraiser. I will be on the Known World United Extra channel in 22 minutes, doing a midnight heist at midnight. That's why they call it that. I will be playing a character some of you know and love. He's a Minotaur Slacker sorcerer. What the fuck is he doing a heist? He doesn't know. I just got here. He's a delight, and I love him. It's fun to play him again. So check that out. And then I will also be in Spirit of 76 at 10 a.m. tomorrow playing a man war.
Yeah.
No, people are into it. It's the 70s, swinging 70s, baby.
Heck yeah.
Perfect. I am Christine. You can find me at Lady Christy K on Instagram. I will not be playing in anything this evening because I am old and I'm going to bed. But tomorrow evening at 7 Central, we are doing the virtual murder mystery, which is going to be ridiculous. It is pirate themed. There are going to be so many terrible pirate accents.
Hold up.
It's going to be fantastic. Oh, preview. Get ready.
Oh my.
Oh no!
He's all set.
Oh god.
That is
I'm
great.
glad someone's going to be there to completely offset my utter lack of any costume or decoration or anything because
I'm ready to go.
Just don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me.
I was gonna say don't put that too close to the fire.
Also, yeah, definitely not that stuff.
Yeah.
That cheap fabric.
It'll look wonderful.
It's
It'll
true.
look wonderful.
It'll just disappear in a second. It'll be gone.
Yes. Well, and like a chunk of us, I can't even do fractions. Colin and Michael and Joel and I will all be playing in the murder mystery, the pirate themed A Pirate's Death for Me murder mystery. And if the previous 2 years murder mysteries are any indication, it will be absolutely ridiculous.
I'm very looking forward to my character. He's very goofy.
I mean, they're all real goofy.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
But yes.
Christy, real quick,
Yes.
is it safe for kids to watch tomorrow night? Because I know that it's going to be rated R.
I thought that was a genuine question.
Boo this man. Boo!
I was like, is Joel asking if we're going to swear? Because the answer is yes.
Are we?
We
For the kids, but they're not for the kids.
It's true. But that will be 7 to 10 tomorrow, and it will be absolutely ridiculous. So come watch, donate. It will be a hoot and a half, and then after that, immediately, we will be playing again. A good chunk of us here will be playing in Colin's Tales from the Loop game.
Oh yeah.
In which we were going to Skywalker Ranch, maybe, or possibly back in time to pilot the Titanic. We don't know.
You know, I averted disaster last time.
You did. You absolutely did.
I also shot a cat alien in the face. So
yes.
Oh,
yeah, probably deserved it.
Yeah, I worked up an amazing donation menu for the Tales from the Loops game.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
$15 and you can totally derail the game. So
I mean, aren't we just gonna do that for not even $15 for free?
$15 and
free.
You should do $15 and we put this shit back on the rails.
That's probably 25.
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to
That
spoil
might be
it
50.
because it's so. Oh, I'm just hoping someone throws down $15 because yeah, it's gonna bring back an old favorite.
That is such a bold.
Oh,
move,
is
really.
it
You
Peter
know,
Weller?
RoboCop? Is it Peter Weller?
I've only titled it Deus Ex Machina.
James is gonna lose his shit.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm
It's gonna
hoping.
be so good.
Oh my god.
I have, you don't know, I have a really unhealthy obsession with Peter Weller. I don't know how it started, but it's there.
It sure is.
How can such a thing be unhealthy?
You know what? That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Who's next in the plugs?
I'm Joel. You can find me on socials at Finger Twitchings on Instagram and whatever else. I'm relatively quiet on stuff. On Facebook, you can find me, Joel Ballmer. Feel free to donate to my extra life if you would be so inclined. I'll be posting whatever scribbles I can come up with over the weekend in relation to these games. Tonight I'll be in Midnight Heist with this beautiful group of people. I get to do Tales from the Loop tomorrow at 2:00.
Yeah.
Ooh, early
Very
tail.
excited about that. I've never gotten into Tales from the Loop before, so I'm stoked.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
wow.
not gotten to it yet. So this is gonna be a first
You've
time. I
done
don't
my
even.
Labyrinth games. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's a blast.
I'm so excited. And then Pirates tomorrow night. And then bright and early Sunday morning. Oh, it's Christmas
Oh yeah.
once again. So it should be a really good weekend.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, as to the top, I am Mike or Michael, kind of don't, whatever people prefer. Not super active on social media, so I don't really have anything to promote. I was going to be playing in Midnight Heist in a little bit, but I am actually like falling asleep in my chair. And so I am, well, unfortunately not be attending Midnight Heist because I'm about to pass out. And I knew that was, I was foolish because whenever these things come up, whenever Extra Life comes up, I was like, I can't play any of the super late games because I will not be able to stay up for it. Here we are. But I will be playing. I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m, like I was today, playing some games, some video games or something. I have it on the schedule. It's Baldur's Gate 3, but we'll see. And then tomorrow night I will be in the pirate murder mystery.
Yeah. All right.
Gonna be so good.
It's gonna be very
Right.
fun. I was looking at the proof last night. Looks great.
Yeah. And I guess, yeah, that leaves me. You can find me in a couple minutes at the stroke of midnight. I will be doing some Spoopy Boys 31 and 31 final rankings. Then tomorrow I'm going to be double dipping in Tales from the Loop. You'll find me doing my Dark Place session, which is going to be based jointly on Dark Place, the British comedy series, and I'm throwing in a little bit of Mountain Monsters because that's my new obsession. So there's going to be some hillbillies hunting cryptids inside a hospital, just because I want that.
Who doesn't want that?
Then I'm going to be taking a sail upon the Sea of Thieves, which is a fun pirate game. I'm going to incorporate my character from the murder mystery into this. So then when I go into port at the end of my session, I will be walking off my ship and into a mystery of sorts. That's
Fun.
my nerdy plan.
Nice.
And yeah,
Phenomenal.
That's great. I love that.
and then Sunday, I will be spending a little bit of my time at 1 a.m. doing the Spoopy Boys, the Squadron, Spoopreme. We're getting together. We're joining forces. I think that's just me, Ben, and James so far. But we're going to watch some kind of spooky movie, and everyone's invited to come and watch along with us. Then I'll be doing some Lego, I believe, with James and Cassandra. And then I'm going to find myself all out of bubblegum. And that's me. And you can find me at Colin Eustace at Extra Life. Donate to that if you wish, or donate to any of these fine people or anyone else all throughout the streams this weekend. Throw out a few shekels if you can. It would be worth it. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I had a blast. I hope you guys out there watching had a blast. Who will be watching, have a blast. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. All right. Okay. I guess that's it. Yeah. And I have no way to end the stream because I don't have that ability. That's with James. So I guess we're trapped. We all just one by one fade away into the ether as we wait for the next show to pop up.
I am gonna go to bed.
All right, man. That sounds good. All right.
Hey guys,
Okay,
yeah, it was super fun. I actually am very my brother is really, really big into the Dark Tower series. So while we were playing, I sent him the link to the PDF.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm sure he'll dig it.
For sure. Yeah, there's so much. We just barely scratched the surface of all the Dark Tower.
I can tell. Yeah, this sounds great. Seems awesome.
All right. I guess then with that, I think James sent us a message that at least as long as we're all finished here by 11:55, so the next stream can start up. So yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, leave the studio. I guess that's how we're ending this.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody.
See y'all later.
See y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's just us.
It's just us.
Are you playing the next game?
I am. But not on here.
Okay.
I think we're still live. So this is fun for people. Behind the scenes.
Yeah. The workings.
I gotta go.
All right. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.